Grab your controller, hit that power button glow. Rob Gamers Live, let the good times blow. Yeah, times blow. First up, Splatoon 3, ink flying through the air. He's painting every corner, no one's gonna dare to challenge his inkling. He's got the perfect aim. Turf Wars turn to victories. He's burning up the game. Rob Gamers Live, let the chaos begin. Controllers clicking, grins on every chin. Splatoon, Mario Kart, party's gonna blow. He's unstoppable, let the good times flow. Now we shift to Mario Kart. Green shells flying fast. He's drifting through the rainbow road, leaving rivals in the past. Blue shells can't take him down. He's got a mushroom boost, crossing the finish line first. He's the ultimate host. Rob Gamers Live, let the chaos begin. Controllers clicking, grins on every chin. Splatoon, Mario Kart, party's gonna blow. He's unstoppable, let the good times flow. Let the good times flow. Now it's Mario Party, mini game madness unfolds. He's stealing stars, setting traps, stories yet to be told. Dice rolls and lucky breaks, he's always one step ahead. The chat's going wild, this is the stream we've been bred for. Rob Gamers Live, let the chaos begin. Controllers clicking, grins on every chin. Splatoon, Mario Kart, party's gonna blow. He's unstoppable, let the good times flow. Gamers Live, let the chaos begin. Controllers clicking, grins on every chin. Splatoon, Mario Kart, party's gonna blow. He's unstoppable, let the good times flow.
And we are live. Hello everyone, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Do a barrel roll. Happy Star Fox Switch 2 launch day, of course. So let's welcome in the chat, shall we? Just get my chat open. Here we go. So, welcome into Cat Dogs. Welcome into Freddy, because I saw Freddy was here earlier. What doing, Freddy? Welcome into Golden Harry. Oh, there's Freddy, of course. Thank you very much, Freddy. Welcome into Game 123. Welcome into Bright. Welcome into Goku. Welcome into Jazz. Welcome into Blitzbro. Let's go, Blitz. Can't let you do that, Star Rob. Hope you're doing well, bro. Welcome to Rudy. Welcome to Star. Get over here, Mr. Melon. Oh, absolutely, Game 123. You and Bright absolutely cooked with the new PFPs. They look amazing, of course. I know Bright was just saying that it's inspired by Carlin, which I can definitely see the resemblance of Carlin's style. That's awesome. Hopefully me and Bren can figure something out on Saturday. I know we were saying about the different timings, of course. So this Saturday, all going well, it's going to be a Terraria stream for Carlin. I do want to do something for their birthday, of course. Hi Griffin, thank you for the little bit report as well. I'll post in chat just in case as well. Appreciate the lurk. Let's see, bro. You posted some designs at the kiosk today, which is something I haven't done in months. That's awesome, bro. Let's go. It's always nice to get back to things that we haven't done in a while, isn't it? Of course. That'll be me since I'll eventually get back around to something that I've not done for a while, whether it be like watch some either I'll be catching up on a show or a game or something or other that I've not done in a while. And yeah, it's always good to get back to those things. Ah, got you game 123. That's awesome. I love the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle game. I will say game 123. I love that crossover. I love Mario. I love the Rabbids. So put the two together. It's just meant to be really. I think it works just because of how light-hearted both of those characters are. Really, of course. So I definitely loved the Rabbids and Mario characters together. Really, of course. They look so funny in the outfits. Like I remember the Rabbid Peach was also always flicking her hair and taking selfies. You gotta love the humor, of course, of the Rabbids. You really do. And the iconic Boar, of course. And a relative who had like the Boar as their text tone, of course. And his mother could never stand it, of course. It was just hilarious to me, really. So yeah. Also, that's awesome. I'm sure Colin will love it. I sure hope he does, because all I really want is him to have a good birthday. Yeah, and same with us, right? Like, we want everyone's birthday to be, of course, special, because naturally it is their special day, of course. So naturally, I want to give the best day possible for Colin, of course. I think I subscribed to Ren's channel because I think Jeff linked it last time, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the name again. I'm just trying to see if I can find the name, because then they should be on my recent activity, of course. Probably, well, I can look back on the Superstars Club, can't I? Because that's where, of course, Jeff posted it. I think it was you or Jeff who posted it. I'm pretty sure, Brett, wasn't it? Let me have a look, of course, before we get started. So let's have a look real quick. Oh yeah, the is the Renaissance official? Is that Ren or is that someone else? Of course. I'm gonna see if I can find the channel again real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I found the channel, of course. I don't know if that's Ren or not. I might be mistaken, but yeah, I found the channel, of course. But yeah, ideally I would have to know their time zone, of course, just so I can arrange it around those, of course. Because hopefully I can be live when Ren is able to attend, of course. Okay, Star, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, because Saturday, I know as well is going to be the Mario Party Superstars collab with I think it's Wall Blitz and Crossfighter, but if that does go ahead, mind you, it would have to be at an earlier time first off, and then I would have to record it on my side, of course, because naturally I try not to do. Oh, hang on, I'm replying to the wrong chat. That's a blunder chat, of course. But no, but I may as well go into it. So this Saturday was going to be a Mario Party Superstars collab with Blitz, Wall, and Crossfighter. It was going to be last Saturday, but Wall wasn't feeling well, so if that still happens, of course, we'll be going through with that. But no clue yet, because they've not got back with me on a time, of course. So I think it will probably be an earlier start time, all going well. Awesome, Blitz. That's me and everybody, of course. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, Bright. So if I was live at this time, would they still be able to make it? Okay, so that's good to know then. So if I started around this time, and obviously a bit later today, of course, because I had to see to some things. Like I said on YouTube, I was catching up with the streams on YouTube, of course, before I went live. You know, just see how everyone was doing, of course. You know, doing my daily check-ins, if you will. A lot of people live today, so yeah, I've been trying to check in with as many people as possible, really. That's right, right, yeah, so I just found that, I found him, so that's Ren, of course, got you, right. Awesome. Got you, Bright, see, that works, yeah, because I'm generally a Nat Owl Bright, I'll be honest, so, that works out well for me, of course. Okay, awesome. W. Yeah, if we can stream it alongside each other, that would be awesome, of course. Or essentially, if we do it like how me and Harry did it. So how me and Harry did it previously was I did part 1 for Game 123's birthday, and then we raided into Harry for part 2. Isn't that right? Game 123, of course. And hello, Angelo, buddy. Hi, Golden Angelo. Also, Angelo, I went to see a movie recently. It was the Pizzeria movie to Angelo, of course. That was absolutely iconic yesterday. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for the support on the Mario Party 2 Club yesterday. We had the best time, of course. Let me catch up with the chat, of course. He's also kind of been struggling lately. He says he's been feeling bummed, but he also said he finds comfort in me, which means a lot to me. Got you, Bright. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And hopefully as well he finds comfort here, Bright, because that's exactly what we're trying to do here, as you know, is you know, make a positive impact on everyone that comes through, and like I said, hopefully Colin being here uplifts him, of course. Because that's certainly what we're trying to do. It's why we always say to people, you know, keep the positive vibes rolling. Because naturally we want, you know, people to feel better when they're here, of course. And OBS, we've talked about this. Oh my goodness, OBS. Literally, OBS is doing that now, of course. But yeah, I think it's alright now. I was just doing it for a second there. We are back. Oh, let's go, Game 123. I do still need to play Sparks of Hope, mind you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. I probably will do a playthrough on it, all going well. I've had the game for a while, but I've just not really got around to playing it, I'll be honest. So, and probably as well, I need to finish another playthrough before I start that one, of course. But yeah, I definitely look forward to playing it. Thankfully, the Splatfest is next week. It isn't this week, thankfully. So I've still got time to plan that out as well. So, because that's going to be a busy weekend. I've got a couple of collab partners for that, and yeah, it's going to be figuring out times and such. So hopefully we can make it happen, of course. Let's go, Angelo. Let's go. Let's go, Golden Angelo, bro. Yes, sir, Blitz. I'm also trying to make a funny little Carlin cosplay in Animal Crossing New Horizon. I made the red shirt myself with custom designs. I found some good pants for it, but I can't find a pair of dark coloured boots to finish it off. Got you, Bright. I mean, given we have till Saturday, don't we? Of course, I could try and look through my inventory and see if I can send something over. Perhaps it could be an idea. Let's go, Angelo, bro. Angelo, let's go. W, bro. Because I'm slowly building up my outfit collection on Animal Crossing. I've not played it in a while, really. Of course, I do want to bring it back at some point though, because I do love our Animal Crossing streams. I will say, I think maybe next week I'm going to try and see if I can bring it back, because it has been a long time coming, honestly. So yeah, of course today, like I said, it's going to be the Star Fox launch day. I'm super hyped for this. I've been waiting for this game a long time. I even got it pre-ordered ahead of time, so all set to go and ready for the stream today. It literally pre-downloaded earlier, so the game should be all set to go, unless it needs to do an update, so we shall see, of course. Looks like it doesn't, so we can get straight into it. Awesome. I've been avoiding spoilers as well, because I know everyone's been streaming this, as you can imagine, of course. So I've been avoiding spoilers for this, so I'm going into this completely blind, and yeah, I can already tell it looks amazing, of course. And just to premiere my new profile picture real quick, some of you may have seen it on my friends, but there it is, of course. This is my current PFP. I was torn between this one and one with Star Fox by himself, but I thought this one I thought looked cool with all of them together, and I liked the background with it as well. So that was my final choice in the end, of course. Me too, Angelo, of course, and I'm looking forward to streaming it alongside you and Lord as well. And Jess will be a part of it. Of course, once Jess comes through, actually, we do have actually a surprise from Lord regarding that, of course. She's actually got her own icon as well, so W on that, of course. Because like we were saying, no one is left out of a Splatfest, of course. You know, we'll make it happen. Not sure how I'm going to do it, honestly. Maybe on the Friday I might do a viewers lobby, of course, on the launch of the Splatfest. Because not sure what day Loshadow's doing. I know Sunday is Harry's gonna of course. So we've got to figure that. Thankfully we've got time to figure that out yet, of course. I'm thinking Loshadow's probably going to be in the evening, most likely my time. So yeah, looking forward to it. Go Team Power, right? We're a force to be reckoned with. I would say. Next time you stream AC Rob, I might share my creator code so you all can see my designs, because I don't think anyone has seen them yet. Oh, would be honoured to see them, Bright. Absolutely. Because I'm sure they look amazing, don't they, in the chat, of course. We know how talented Bright is with the art, so I can't wait to see them, Bright. Awesome, Golden Angelo. I'm curious as well what they're going to do with the outfits of the characters, of course. Like, this being like a new Splatfest, I wonder what they're going to do, of course, and same with the decorations. I'm very curious. Let's go game 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. And I know you're going for of course, Power as well, and you and Harry. So yeah, go Team Power. Of course, good luck to Speed and Technique as well. I will be supporting all teams as always, but yeah, in particular Team Power, because that'll be my chosen team, of course. Alright, let's get straight into things, shall we? And yep, W Team Power Cat Dogs. So I'm guessing you're going for Team Power also, and let's go, Angelo. Because it seems that Power is the most popular, and of course I'll generally go for the same team as Harry, because me and Harry always do collabs for it, and I feel like it's worked out well, because I feel like Power just makes sense for a lot of us, really, because we're always saying about, you know, to be powerful and you know, always stay strong. So I think it goes with the brand that I'm always promoting, really, of course. And we're always saying, aren't we, like Goku's all those things, well, like, you know, you all are powerful, you all are Super Saiyans. So I think it makes sense for us to go for Power, honestly. Switch, yeah. Does anyone know what Twitch Gaming's going for? Of course, yeah. I do wonder, honestly. We'd have to ask him, Cat Dogs, because I know he's been live lately. I hope he goes for Team Power, because if we let him know ahead of time, Cat Dogs, if any of us can make it for his next stream, because he's got a couple of schedules, actually. Let me have a look. I know he was live earlier with Mario Kart World. He's live, I think, again with Luigi Mansion 3 Skyscraper. So maybe if I can make it to that Stream Cat Dogs, we can let him know that we're gonna go for Team Power. Because it's been a while since me and Switch did a collab, though. Of course, hopefully we can figure something out. I know for him we have to figure out a day and time as well, and maybe he might do the launch. He might do it before I go live with potential launch shadow, of course, because I'm thinking launch shadow might be Saturday, but that just still needs to be planned yet, mind you. But yeah, I do wonder if Switch is going to be taking part in this Splatfest, and hopefully he goes for Team Pirate, if so, of course. I will try and make it for a Skyscraper as well, because it's been a while since I've played Skyscraper with Switch. I used to join his lobbies on that, of course. I might even record it as well, so might be a video premiere in itself, so do stay tuned for it if I do. It's great to see him back streaming again. Yeah, that does definitely make sense, Bright. Yeah, and definitely technique is a very important factor, I do agree. Because I will be rooting for you, Bright. As you know, I root for all of you, of course, so any replays that I get from other teams, I will still support them, of course, as always. Because I feel like Splatfest should be, like yes, it's a competition, but naturally as well, I feel like it can still bring everyone together regardless, and just it's like one big part, isn't it? Keeping to the namesake festival. So you all have my support in this Splatfest, of course. Let's go Goku with the donuts and Angelo. I'm gonna do that real quick as well before I get started here. Let's see if I can get the donuts through. Because today I'll be covering the campaign, but eventually I might do like few lobbies and like matchmaking games of because I know there's an online portion of this as well, of course. But naturally today I'll be playing the campaign. I need to do the donut jump more really. I feel like I don't always get around to doing it in the live chats, but there you go. Alright, let's see. The largest system planet area, let's go. Already it looks beautiful, I will say.
Come in, Star Fox. This is Corneria Defense Force Headquarters. Do you read?
Loud and clear. James McLeod here, General. Star Fox is on approach to Venom.
Starting with
No
James, let's go.
indications yet of any suspicious activity. We'll let you know what we find.
Proceed with caution. You're the first to set eyes on that place in years. And thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one I can trust.
General Pepper, do you read me? Something's jamming long-range comms. Stay sharp, team.
Are you seeing this, James? According to my instruments, the atmosphere is highly toxic.
And we're doing this job for next to nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not chumps.
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Pigma.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs of activity on Venom's surface. He's concerned it has something to do with Dr. Andross.
It's been years since Andross was banished here, James. If the atmosphere is poisonous...
All the more reason to figure out what's going on. Dr. Andross made mistakes, and he paid the price for them. But whatever else he is a genius. Maybe he found a way to survive.
Our leader, such a bleeding heart.
Where'd they come from?
Defensive formation! Pigma, where are you going?
It's like you told me. I'm getting into formation.
You two-timing swine!
What can I say? My new boss pays better. Corneria must suffer. Death to all who stand in the way of my vengeance.
Was that Dr. Andross?
Don't let them escape!
This already looks amazing.
Hey, Peppy! Catch!
James!
Peppy, are you there? Come in, Peppy. Do you read me? I'm losing altitude. Peppy, you need to get out of here. Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
That's an order. Peppy, keep an eye on Fox.
5 years later.
Fox. Fox, come in. Are you synced to the training module?
Coming online. I read you loud and clear, Peppy.
Good. I realize you're no stranger to the R-Wing. But it's important for team cohesion that we all run this exercise together. You know, when your dad was in charge, he would...
Ancient history, Peppy. This is my Star Fox. And we're doing things my way.
Welcome to the R-Wing's introductory training module. Here, you'll learn to maneuver your craft and operate its primary features.
Of course, during the cutscenes and dialogue, I will keep my commentary limited just to embrace it, of course. But yeah, already this be looking amazing. Of course, I'm so hyped to play this, honestly. And it definitely seems so right, Blitz. I definitely see Rocket Raccoon in there for sure. I love Rocket Raccoon, I will say, of course. He's awesome. He's my all-time favorite character in Galaxy. Sounds like a plan, Golden Andrew. Sounds like a plan. Eventually, I do plan to play Donkey Kong 64 as well, of course. I really enjoyed playing it with you and AJ recently. Oh, let's go with the life thing now. Okay, that's a new joke. There you go. With the calls me Goku for the summertime. Oh, I like that. Goku. Let's go. That's W. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. We've added a new chapter to the joke. I love that. That's W. That's awesome. So yeah, we're going straight into the training, of course. Sounds good, Angelo. Thank you for the look. But yeah, Marvel Rivals, actually, I am maining Rocket Raccoon because, you know, he's just an iconic character. He stood out to me right away when I watched the Guardians film, because I watched the first Guardians film. I've been playing the game on PS5 as well, so eventually I want to watch through the rest of the series. But him and Groot's friendship. I was about to say Goku, but yeah, him and Groot's friendship is amazing. Of course, I love the friendship that he has for Groot. Yeah, absolutely, Blitz. I agree, of course, and I think the actor for him as well did an awesome job as well. I think his name's Bradley Cooper, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. It is Blitz. Okay, I got it. Okay, awesome. Had to think for a moment, but yeah, I remember Bradley Cooper. That's the one. Yeah, he did an awesome job as Rocket, I will say.
Try maneuvering now.
So yeah, left and right, up and down, it's inverted, which is fine, of course.
The R-Wing is equipped with customizable flight controls.
Oh yeah, you can customize it, because I know if they want it to be inverted. I'm used to flying games. I'm used to flying being inverted though, so we'll see how I feel, and if need be, I'll change it back, of course. But for now, we'll go to no, of course. O-rings, yeah. They're keeping very true to Star Fox 64, which I love already, because I know Star Fox 64 pretty much does in the same way, really. I mean, them opening up with James McCloud as well is awesome, because I believe in this game it's the first time he's playable, which is amazing, of course.
done, Fox.
Thank you, Peppy.
Tilting is a particularly useful technique. To move left or right more quickly, you can tilt into turns.
So yep, tilt left is L and R, or is it CL and R, of course. I'm probably doing L and R though for this one.
Try tilting to fly through the obstacles.
You're a natural.
Alrighty, nice.
Your craft is equipped with a state-of-the-art G-diffuser system. The G-diffuser builds a charge over time. With a full charge, you'll be able to perform a variety of special maneuvers. Try boosting or braking now.
Right, so yeah, hold X to boost, and then B's to
The
brake.
longer you hold the button, the longer your boost or brake action will last. Your G-diffuser will need to build up a full charge before you can use it again.
Gotcha.
Time your boosts and brakes carefully to navigate the obstacles.
Complete things without hitting anything, okay, right? So that they make use of the brake feature, and then I can boost through it, of course. Good to know. I'll probably have to keep this in mind as well with the tilts.
A somersault is one of the special maneuvers available to you.
Somersault. Up on D-pad, right?
Go ahead and perform a somersault now.
Alrighty, because yeah, that one I will have to use a lot, of course. That I do know.
Wow, this flies just like the real thing. Whoa! Look out!
Oh, for pity's sake, Slippy.
My fault. That one's on me.
Wing damage detected. When you lose a wing, your R-Wing's handling will be affected.
Makes sense, yep.
Collecting a wing repair item will restore your wings.
So yeah, wing repair item. Got that.
The R-Wing comes combat ready with a dynamic weapons array. Fire your laser now. It's your primary weapon.
Already going into the weapons, so yeah. A's to fire lasers, yeah. Defeat 3 enemies.
Nice shooting, Fox.
And you can, of course, I don't hold an A's to charges into it. They'll probably go into that shortly though. So far the controls feel really smooth though, I will say. They did a really good job with the controls.
You can charge your laser
Charge.
before firing to produce
Yeah.
a more powerful shot. You won't be able to fire another charged shot while your first shot is airborne.
Gotcha, right? Yep.
You can lock on to some enemies when your laser is fully charged.
The lock on is still, yep. So they've kept it very true to the N64 version, which is
Use a
awesome.
charged shot to destroy a group of enemies.
Okay, yeah, I see. Just hold it and then press A. Probably have to do it again, yep. Okay, because I didn't get them, I didn't get them unfortunately. There we go. We got it this time. This is why it's good to do training, of course.
Performing a barrel roll generates a shield that will repel enemy fire.
Here we go. Do a barrel roll. So it's twice, of
Try a
course.
barrel roll now.
That's what I like to see.
Honestly, the controls feel really nice. I will say, I really like the controls so far.
You can collect and store up to 9 bombs.
So 9 bombs, yep.
Launch a bomb, then detonate it by pressing the same input again.
Defeat an enemy with a bomb. So it's Y to launch a bomb, then again to detonate.
You can even launch a bomb when locked onto an enemy.
Catch up real quick before we proceed. Awesome, Stephen. Yeah, I saw you saying that in Griffin's chat, of course. Have the best time. You'll have to let us know how you want, of course. Bright, you say, man, I love Animal Crossing so much. Same with me, Bright, of course. Same with me. I've always wanted a game where I can build my own world that isn't Roblox, because Roblox low-key kind of sucks. Yeah, Bright, yeah. It definitely has gone downhill, I will say. Like, what I can say to Roblox is, you know, what are they doing? Of course, I mean, the age verification thing, you know, the voice activity in various games. Like, I've got no idea what they're thinking, because I'll be honest, like, even in text chats on Roblox, it can get quite toxic, really. So, no idea why they would add voice chat in that game. It definitely does not need it, of course. So yeah, that game has gone way downhill, and I very rarely play it these days, unfortunately. I had a phase back when I used to play it with like school friends, and years later I met online friends who played it. I did a video with them known as Hazard and MXM. They're brother and sister, and they're very nice, of course. They've not... Now and again I will see them on there, but I very rarely go on them myself, because these new changes that they've been making, of course, I'm definitely not behind them, of course. So yeah, Roblox has definitely gone downhill, I will say. I liked Rec Room. It was quite similar, but it was much better, I would say. Rec Room was way better, because thankfully it didn't go down that route. Unfortunately, Rec Room got closed down, which is unfortunate, because it doesn't seem that long ago when they released it on the Switch, so that was quite similar. But Rec Room was more like VR chat in a way, but I preferred it to... I guess VR chat is good though, mind you, but I used to play Rec Room a lot because I liked it for the activities in there, of course, because naturally keeping to its name, it was recreational, so I did enjoy that for a while. For real, we have lost the plot. Yeah, honestly, Brett, honestly, what the developers are thinking nowadays is beyond me, of course, when it comes to some things like literally. I imagine Roblox has had a huge decrease since the updates, of course. It's certainly lost my interest. I liked some games in there, like you know, the Outlaster game, the Fashion Famous game. You know, that would be my reasons if I did stream it, of course. Just because those are good games, and you know, the Epic mini games, of course, as well. There is some. It is unfortunate as well, because there is some very talented people on there, like the person who made Piggy, for instance. They're very talented, of course. So I feel bad for the actual creators who actually are talented and, you know, have made amazing levels, of course, only to potentially lose their audiences because the audiences don't like what the developers are doing, of course. So it's very unfortunate, really. It is. Well, let's go, Stephen. Let's go. So you've already got a plan going into it. Let's go. We look forward to hearing all about it, Stephen, of course. The Chocolate Emporium. Ooh, let's go, Stephen. Yeah, definitely would be my go-to as well. Did someone say chocolate? Chocolate! if you know, you know. SpongeBob reference mentioned. Yeah, so far, like I said, the controls on this, I will say, they feel really, really nice and smooth. And I know as well, Griffin was saying how good the controls were, and he's definitely right, of course. The controls, they feel really nice, which definitely is important with a game like this, of course. They seem very accessible, and you know, they're pretty straightforward from what I can tell, of course. So that is already W. Like I said, the graphics, they look amazing, and they've really kept true to the 64 edition as well, which is very nice for the fans of the original. So that's W, honestly. Already this is serving, of course. I guess the VC is problematic, but it's nowhere near as bad as the ID verification stuff. Oh, for real, Bright. For reals, of course. Because at least with the VC stuff, you can you don't have to go through with it. You know, if you don't verify it, you don't have to go. You're not, you know, having to to hear other people's voices, of course. But the age verification thing, however, is a different story because literally we can't use the text chat option in Roblox until we do it, of course. But I definitely don't trust that. Right, of course, with then having my information, like heck no. I'd rather just stream the game on YouTube and use the live chat as my text chat. Not that I plan to stream it really, of course, because like I say, I don't like the direction it's going really. But if I was to stream it, which is unlikely honestly, but if I did, I'd use the YouTube chat for text chat, of course, or Discord VC for those who use VC, of course. I wouldn't go through any age verification things. But it puts me off playing it because it's essentially I'm streaming again that's using AI verification, which definitely I do not support, of course. So yeah, it seems to be everywhere I go, but literally it's like they've been asking for age verification. It's like seriously, like it's very concerning for the future of social media, really. Having like that in place and using AI, of course, of all things, Naturally, we can't put full trust in AI, of course, because it's certainly got it's certainly known for its moment, shall we say, of course. Right. So Colin doesn't have a Switch, got you. So naturally, I wouldn't have been able to go through with Mario Kart, Mario Party, gotcha. Because I know some people here they don't have a Switch either, of course, and I know some creators they'll stick with specifically like PC or PlayStation. I know like Savvy, for instance, he plays from PC. If he did have Animal Crossing and Mario Kart with him, but he doesn't have enough money for one, got you, right? That's understandable, and I know especially with Switch 2, of course. If that's what Colin wants to go for, they certainly don't come cheap, and I know in September they are planning to increase the price, so there is that, of course. It would depend on the games that Colin wants to play as well, really, Brett. Like, I would probably aim for the Switch 1, if given the, he doesn't mind having the Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing, really, of course. Because I'd say the Switch 1 edition of Animal Crossing, it's still very much is worthwhile, of course, because Animal Crossing is Animal Crossing. It's like with Jamboree TV. Like I'd say the Jamboree base game is still fine, of course. A couple of us have been saying Jamboree TV. It could have been more, really, of course. Like for the price, I feel like the online mode should have been, there should have been more for that. Like for instance, the coasting mode should have been online. That should have been like Kaboom Squad, to be honest. Got you, Brett, hence why he mentioned Terraria, got you. Works out for me as well, Brett, because I do also have PC, of course, and I play from Steam and sometimes Epic as well, Epic Games, but I mainly play from Steam, of course, so that works out, Brett, as well, because anything on Steam, likely I'm able to play that with Colin, of course. So obviously Terraria, I have it on Steam. I've had Terraria on Steam for a long time, to be honest. It's been a while since I played it, like I was saying, so I'm looking forward to playing that again. But yeah, primarily I play PC, PlayStation, and of course Switch. That's my top 3 consoles. I don't play Xbox so much, really, of course, and I only have 360 just because the Xbox One, I didn't really see the need for it, because the PC can play games that are on Xbox One now, of course, so they definitely are shifting over to PC as time goes on. I know even PlayStation are doing the same. Even with my friends off stream, Brett, like I'll always try and play games that are cross-play, because I have a friend. Stream, what are we doing? Okay, it was a second brother, but yeah, I have friends who play on other platforms. Like some of them don't play. Like I have a friend who primarily play on PlayStation, but then one or two might play on PC. So I'll always try and find games that are cross-play, of course, like Rocket League, for an example, or Fall Guys. Both of these games support cross-play. I think it's just a good way to get everyone involved, really, of course, which is why I always say I feel like cosplay needs to be the norm, really, of course. So I defeated an enemy with a bomb, yep, so I can... Oh, mouse targeting gameplay. Your dual controllers can be used to access mouse targeting. In this mode, you will use a mouse controlled aiming reticle to both steer and shoot. Oh. Honestly, ooh. I probably just do a controller for now, just to get used to it more. But honestly, that's cool. That's really cool that you can do that. I know they mentioned this in the trailer previously, so that is awesome. I love that they're using the dual controllers. That's W. So you can re-enable and disable that. Of course, you can enable and disable that. Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, for now I'll probably leave it off for now, but I might honestly test it out sometime, of course. Maybe I will test it out on a level that I've already played. Maybe like when just before I might do that, of course.
Let's put what you've learned to the test. Commencing live fire exercise.
Right, let's see if we can remember, chat. Let's see how I do.
A skilled pilot is always on the lookout for useful items. Too slow, Fox. Maybe next time.
That was reckless, Falco.
Might have looked that way to you, but I know what I'm doing, old-timer. Your R-Wing can utilize laser energy items to implement powerful upgrades. The first upgrade will activate twin lasers. A second upgrade will supercharge your twin lasers into powerful hyper lasers.
So we can get both upgrades, yep.
Taking wing damage will cause you to lose any active laser upgrade.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's critical you keep an eye on your shield gauge.
Yeah, which is always pretty low, of course. So I want to try and get in those from people.
Silver ring will refill some of your shield gauge.
That wasn't a power up, of course.
Collecting 3 gold rings will increase your maximum shield gauge.
Definitely want to do that, of course.
Will persist until the R-Wing is downed in combat.
Yeah, I love how this feels so far, I will say. Trying to get the group shot, there we go.
You can fly in any direction when all range mode is engaged.
All range mode, yep.
Your radar screen shows your position. Radar will also indicate the location of allies and enemies. When in all range mode, you can perform a U-turn.
So down to do a U-turn.
Try a U-turn now.
I've seen worse.
Remember, U-turn only works in all range mode.
Gotcha.
Your ROB-64 unit can provide information and support via your comms array. Keep an eye out for incoming messages.
So, accept the message, yep.
Incoming hail from Corneria awaiting your response.
That might be important.
How about we make this a bit more fun?
Huh? Wait!
We're not ready for that.
Warning, simulation safety protocols disengaged.
Your warranty is now void. Good luck.
Oh, that didn't look good, of course. Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
I'll show you how a real pilot does it.
I'm gonna have to disconnect.
Let's see what you got, Fox?
This is excessive.
Try and get that if I can.
I'm taking too much damage. I guess I'm out.
Hey, who pulled the plug? Things were just getting good.
Sure. You almost managed to keep up with me.
It's literally Simulation W.
Self-proclaimed leader thinks he's real funny.
Guess we'll have to wait for the rematch.
You're all missing the point of the exercise entirely.
It's fine, Peppy. You worry too much.
Somebody has to. Or didn't you hear the alert? Rob's got the commanding officer of the Corneria Defense Force on hold.
You don't say. Old General Pepper himself hailing our humble band of mercenaries? This ought to be good. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
W, that's a very nice transition. Let's go. I love how they made like that they were in like a simulation, because that's literally what it is. It's a training simulation. So talk about breaking the fourth wall. I'm already very pleased with how they've done this. Of course, they definitely cooked for this, I will say. Let's see. Kangaroo emoji on iOS since when, bro? Thanks for the bro, Bright. And honestly, yeah, I've never seen that before, of course. And I will say, Bright, it actually shows on the live chat, because I know sometimes these iOS emojis do not show for me, of course. Me being on Android. So yeah, honestly, that actually, maybe that's a universal emoji, Bright, by the looks of it, potentially. Bright, 200 time marks on my Animal Crossing Horizon living room floor. Let's go, Bright, let's go. Oh, wow. I'd love to see it, Brett, of course. I love the designs that people come up with an Animal Crossing, I will say. And hi, Cat Dogs, thank you for lurking, my friend. I also have another commenter named Boomerang that loves Terraria. He's so sweet, but he's also such a putty mouth. Got you, Brett, of course. Reminds me of our friend Sable. He's a good personality, but of course, he's known for is known for having a potty mouth, of course, but he just generally keeps to our family-friendly brands, of course. But naturally, off stream, it's a different story. But yeah, he does well keeping to the family-friendly brand. He's a good person, deep down, of course. So yeah, that reminds me of Sable, to be honest. Sable plays who comes through. He's a true one. And it just shows really, like, naturally, it doesn't have to be a negative thing, people having potty mouths, it just shows really, like, it doesn't have to be a negative thing, of course. Yeah, luckily, I copied that previously, yeah. A lot of them are just to make the floor more realistic and less repetitive, right? Got you, Brett. That makes sense, of course, yeah, like, have more of a variation. Because the theme of the floor is wildflowers. I know there's a rug for that, but I only have one, so design my own. Got you, Bright. That makes sense, of course. And I feel like in general, having your own like custom design just makes it more personal. You should have seen what I did, Bright. Of course, in my Animal Crossing New Horizons, I literally made like T-shirts based on like the running jokes that we do. I'll have to see if I can show you a picture real quick before we go into campaign here. Let me see if I can find some. I probably would have taken pictures of them. I would have thought so, at least. Let's see if I can find any. I think so, anyway. Let me see if I can find any. Oh yeah, that's the T-shirt, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, of course. Oh yeah, that's the Flame T-shirt, inspired by Griffin and Goku. Them being their brand icon. This is when we all met in Animal Crossing. You'll see Austin just on the right side, and Angelo as well, of course. I think this is when Angelo and brought over his mother and sister, because they play Animal Crossing as well, of course. That's Elijah there as well, of course. I see Elijah next to me on the right. I'm of course the one with the mask on with the black vest. But yeah, this was W, honestly. Good times in Animal Crossing. My Nightwing outfit. Shout out to Star for finding that, of course. 'Cause I think I made like a Gatekeeper one as well, I'm pretty sure. Obviously my New Year outfit, of course. That's Carl with the beard. I think that might be Tumby next to us, of course. But yeah, this is why I love streaming Animal Crossing, because of, you know, moments like this, of course. Especially when you capture them on stream, and just in general, like even just a picture. They say a picture can say 1,000 words, and it's very true, of course. And obviously the outfit, you know, Star giving the outfit was, you know, a W from him, of course. And I think Carl was, I remember he was premiering like so many outfits. Like he had an outfit with Woody in it, I'm pretty sure. He had a Woody outfit, which is W. See, and yeah, people put all that, you know, the different markers as well, of course. Cause we've got some like you know, pics in February, so even that's nice having the date shown. I love, you know, what this game. Of course, I got pictures of the festival as well. I didn't get around to streaming the festival, unfortunately, but I got some pictures from memory at least, of course. I'll let Griffin know that I just did the trainer as well. I'll let him know about how it's going, of course. I'll put love in the game so far. Because we were talking about this drawing machine yesterday, so I'll let him know how it's going. There you go. Yeah, we'll probably start with campaign to begin with, of course. So what's this that we have here? Oh, there's a battle banner. Oh, that must be for online. That's really cool. That's like a splash tag. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, and it's like keeps to the UI. I love that. That's really cool. That's literally like a splash tag from Splatoon. I like that a lot. Because I would go for blue for Nightwing, but I guess for right now I have to get more. I have to get more, of course. That's really cool. That's really neat. I like that. This is literally like Splatoon. What colour do I go for now, though? Do I keep the default green for now? Oh, that's very nice with the stars on my name as well. Oh, that's another one. Good look. I like that. You see, that's a nice one. I like that. But we have to go for this because, you know, it looks like Shining Spark, so we have to go for that. So of course you'll be seeing that whenever I go on multiplayer, of course. because I definitely do plan to play the multiplayer for this. Very excited to try it out, of course, because this is my first time. I think this is possibly might be the first entry of online multiplayer. That's given the 3DS version didn't have online, because I'm not too much familiar with the 3DS version. But yeah, this was my first time playing it online, so that's gonna be amazing, of course. I'm hoping as well that they're gonna release, like, you know, more content as time goes by. I know they've got bonus missions as well, so already the content is there. Hi, Carlin. Salutations to you, of course. Hope you're doing well. Oh, got you, Carlin. Oh, that's good to know, of course. Oh, that's good. That's really good to know then. Right. See, I have the game on Steam, Carlin. So, is the game cross-play, or is it limited to phone only? Of course. Yeah, Carlin, so Bryce been making things inspired by you, of course. We're thinking of you, Carlin, because like we always say as well, in this community as well, we're always thinking of all of you. So naturally we kept in mind that your birthday's coming up on Saturday, of course, so we look forward to it, Carlin. And hi, Gustavo, how are you doing today? Thank you for coming through, Mr. Mercedes. I think it is, but I don't know if I haven't tried it. Got you, Bright, got you. Oh, got you, Colin. Oh, I can imagine, of course. I remember back in the day, me and my friends would have to use you might have heard of it. It's known as Hamachi. It's like a server tunnel app. We had to use that, of course, to play online. And yeah, it was a lot of faffing about, I will say, of course. That was before they added Steam integration as multiplayer. But yeah, we might have to figure a way around it, of course. Like whether whether I still stream it regardless, and we play alongside each other that way. I mean, we might have to figure a way around it, of course. That's gonna be tricky, because yeah, I have the game on of course, PC. Right, Carl. Oh, Carl. Okay, right. So it would be like a match, right? Okay, gotcha. Okay, Carlin. Yeah, we can do that, of course. We'll still dedicate the stream to you, Carlin, regardless, of course. I'll have a look on Google Play Store though to see how much is on there. Just out of curiosity, though, I'm curious. Okay, it's not, honestly, it's not a bad price though, honestly. And also, I could get the Play Pass temporarily, of course. That way, you know, if I just play it for the stream, you know, I could just do it that way, of course. That way, you know, I don't own the game on two different platforms essentially, so I could maybe look into getting the Google Play Pass so I can play that. Question is though, how easy is the multiplayer on mobile, Carlin, of course. And that's just where I'd have to figure out how to stream it, of course, as well. I'd probably have to do it directly through Streamlabs, most likely, of course. I would have to figure that out, really. I know that I have an app on my tablet that allows for mobile sharing, of course. I could definitely look into that. I don't mind doing that. Very true, Colin. Absolutely very true. It's like they say, right? You know, like the song goes, you know, from the Beatles, money can't buy you love, of course, and it's very true, you know. When it comes to like love and friendship, and you know, that can't be bought, of course, that has to be earned. It's very true. Hello, Awesome Jess. I see you. I see you. Of course, it says it's the male ballad of main heroine of all time. Of course, it's Awesome Jess. Everyone. I think it's better that you just play it. It's not even. It's probably I can got you, Colin. All right, Colin. That sounds good. So I can download it on Steam then. Gotcha. And by the way, Awesome Jess, we have a surprise for you, of course. Isn't that right, chat? We mentioned it, didn't we? Of course, we have a surprise for Awesome Jess from Lord Shadow Jess, of course. It's something that we were discussing yesterday, of course. And also, it's you could say it's like an invite, I suppose. So let me show you what we're referring to, of course. So this will lead to my question, Awesome Jess. Let me see. So let me see. Would you be up for joining me and Lord Shadow in a Splatfest collab, Awesome Jess? Because look what Lord Shadow made for you, of course. Naturally, no pressure, but if you would like to be part of a collab with me and Lord Shadow, you are welcome to be, of course. He literally made this last night for you, Awesome Jess. So hope you like it. That's you in the Splatoon universe, of course. Naturally, as well, I can send you the transparent PFP of your character as well. Let me see if I can get this over the overlay just to show you it in full screen, of course. There we go. But yeah, that's what it looks like, of course, Awesome Jess. As always, W job from Lord Shadow, of course. Yeah, Carlin, you are correct, of course. So, Bright's inspired it by you, of course. Let's go, just let's go. Glad to hear it, of course. I'll let Lord Shadow know what you thought of it. Glad you like it, Jess. Because like we were saying, Jess, we shall not let anyone play as Splatfest alone, of course. We have recruited you for our team, Awesome Jess. And I'll show you what the and I'll send you as well. I'll send you this in Discord as well, but the transparent PFP as well. I'll send you this on Discord real quick. And you could say as well, Jess, that this is our way of saying thank you for all that you've done for us. Of course, we really appreciate you, Awesome Jess. I'll show you what the PFP looks like without the thumbnail, of course. So this is what the PFP looks like without the background, of course. Of course, you'll see mine just at the bottom there, of course, of the overlay, and of course the shadows on the thumbnail also. But yeah, he absolutely cooked with these, I will say. Cause he literally said to me, Austin, just like, just let us know what character you main. Of course, he knows that you're a male Byleth main, like we've just been saying. So actually, he made your inkling that, of course. W, honestly. And obviously, his is based on Shadow the Hedgehog, and I think if Andrew joins one of these clouds, he'll probably be Daisy, I'm guessing, most likely. So I look forward to seeing how that would look, of course. It makes me wonder, how would like a Rosalina one look for Star, of course. It makes me wonder, really, of course. But yeah, these look amazing, honestly. W to let you know on that. Let's go. How are you today, iCarly? Let's go. Let's go. That's literally a blast from the past. That show. I remember. I'm seeing iCarly, of course, around. Oh, let's go, Colin. Let's go. That's W. That's amazing. Much respect to the musical artists in the live chat, of course. Because we have a regular here known as Carly. Because Colin, he actually used to be in a band. They recently did a reunion, in fact, of course, and he plays guitar, I think acoustic guitar and vocals. He's very talented, of course, I will say. And he's very good at doing like voices as well. Like he does like a Waluigi voice, which is iconic, really, of course. Because he has this brand on his channel where Waluigi's there lurking at his streams, essentially, of course. He's awesome. Right, that's literally Ori, yeah, exactly. Keeping to this Splatoon branding, of course, yeah. Yeah, Brett, I was just saying to Carlin that Carl's another musical artist, of course. I know we were discussing it last time, weren't we, Brett? And he actually was reacting to Bright's song, of course, which was awesome. Yeah, he's also really into music. He's another music enthusiast, like I say, really. Yeah, I was just telling Carlin Brett, that he's also used to be in a band, and he plays acoustic guitar and of course vocals as well. And he said some very wholesome words at the end of my last stream, of course. If I can find it again. And the end of my last Platoon stream it was, I'm pretty sure. Definitely something that the musical fans amongst us can definitely appreciate. And who knows, maybe those who aren't into music as much, maybe Carl might have converted them, because the way he worded it, of course, was, it was amazing. Let me see how he worded it, of course. So basically what happened for context, he was reacting to we were reacting to Stargamer's Rosalina theme song, and Kyle Lake is known as Professor Kyle in the live chats usually. He said this is how he worded it. He said I like it. I love how the instrumentation invites you to sit with the lyrics and visualize the scenes, and the way he worded it, me and Star were very impressed, of course. Me and Star was saying to Kyle, beautiful words, Kyle. That and Star was saying that was my exact vision when putting it together. And then another way of phrasing it was you imagine this is what Kyle was saying, you imagine yourself sailing through space as you listen to it. Naturally, it being based in the Superman Galaxy Universe song, of course. So yeah, Star was very impressed. He was like, Kyle, that's it. Thank you for saying that. You gave me an idea. I'll be writing it down and showing it off tomorrow. So yeah, Kyle literally inspired Star with that. And then we came up with the idea, like I mentioned previously, about reacting to songs together on stream and sharing our thoughts with each other. Because this is true, like songs, they do make us feel certain emotions, and they unlock certain memories, or we make new memories with them. Of course, it's very true. I just think it would make for a really wholesome stream, sharing our love of music, really, of course. So obviously, probably what I would do is have the songs not playing on stream, because copyright be like. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. I'd have the album cover on stream, and then everyone listens to the link, and then those who want to take part in it, they would write down their thoughts, of course. I think it would be awesome, honestly, I do. Like Brad was saying, sometimes our streams do turn into just chilling streams. That does happen, of course, because we just have the best conversations here, I will say. Everyone just clicks, really, of course. You expect to my live chat, naturally. Got you, bro. Yeah, literally with my charge, sometimes I'll let it go down to 25, sometimes lower, of course, and sometimes I won't always get the charger right away, honestly. Sounds kind of like Jeff, who used to be in a band, plays acoustic and electric, and his vocals are all grizzly and tough. Oh, let's go, Bray. Yeah, honestly, we all share a lot of common interests. That's awesome. Oh, major key or minor key? Oh. That's a good question there, honestly, Carlin. Because I will, generally speaking, I am pretty open when it comes to music, like I say. I think, going by the context, see, that's the thing, really, yeah, so of course, major keys are good for uplifting songs, but then minor keys are really good for those, as they, those sad, moody songs, which I love in songs as well, songs that have powerful emotions, My Immortal by Evanescence and Someone Like You by Adele. Those songs are really powerful. I think, generally, I'm going to have to say, major though, just because I do listen to a lot of pop and EDM dance tracks, to be honest. I love songs that make you dance, of course, but I still appreciate songs that are have sudden moody vibes to them, of course, and songs that touch on either personal life stories from the artist, or you know, things that people can relate to. It's like I was listening to a song recently known as 17 Down Under from an artist known as Sam Fender, and he wrote the song based on how tough it was for him when he was 17 years old, of course. So honestly, it really hit deep, and I think a lot of people can relate to going through those tough times, you know, around that age range as well. So I always like it when an artist relates the song to something personal, because that's how a song should be, in my opinion. It should be something that they can relate to, or something they think, you know, their audience can relate to, because that's what a song should be, really. It needs to speak to you, really. It's one thing having a catchy instrumental, but having like the lyrics as well adds a whole nother layer to it. And I like to use songs as well to inspire all of you, and you know, songs that I can share that I can relate to myself, of course, and songs from my, you know, past as well. So I love what music brings, really, of course. Also, I might need to make the screen slightly smaller here, yeah. Speaking of Carl, I see that he's at Griffin's team currently, of course. I'm currently like lurking there. I'll catch up with chat and then I'll go into the campaign, of course. Personally, I choose Monarchy and the day of the week. If Mario was a food, what would he taste like? Oh, good question. But I feel like keeping to his roots. Maybe like pizza, or like the pepperoni of pizza, or like potentially ketchup, or you know, or maybe strawberry if we're looking for something sweet, of course. I could imagine Mario a bit like having strawberry flavored scented things. That's what my take on that is, of course. Nice for me. I prefer Monarchies simply because I think they sound cooler, especially the harmonic minor, Gart, you Carlin. That makes sense. That's awesome. Same, not gonna like Harlem. I love as well what people can do with those as well. Like recently, come to think of it, I found this video recently on TikTok of a person who I think they played the I think it was the flute to the Lord of the Rings, one of the Lord of the Rings tunes, I believe it was. Let me have a look real quick just to see what it was called. They were very talented though. It was a beautiful piece of music, I will say. Let me go. You might have heard that on I forgot my from the last course. Let me have a look on the video again. So yeah, they released their own cover known as Elven Realms, the Lord of the Rings, and they actually played it on the flute, and yeah, there was an artist called Lena, which she came up on my For You page, I guess because I listened to a lot of music on there, and yeah, she did a beautiful job on it. I will say it was an amazing piece of music, of course. I love the sounds that, you know, a flute can bring as well, and of course steel drums as well. I love the sound of those as well, of course. Very much in the summer vibe. Yeah, Brett, that's a nice little feature that you can do, of course, yeah. I feel like that feature's kind of missing from Disney Dreamlight Valley, really. Like the windows, you can get different designs and such, but you can't like open and close the windows from what I can tell. Maybe that would be a nice quality of life feature that in the future, of course. Because that's my main go-tos is Disney Dreamlight Valley and Animal Crossing. They're adding Winnie the Pooh next in Disney Dreamlight Valley, so rest assured I will be covering that because that's literally childhood, and I used to play the games back in the day on like the GameCube, of course. So watching that direct of that, of course, it reminded me of that really. So very, you know, nostalgic, if you will. Right, yeah, literally. I had to, even my house, like my character would literally have to like sidestep around things because it was just packed. But I have so much stuff, Bright, but it's like I want to have it all in there, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't want it to be too packed, but it's hard not to really, of course, because, you know, I have so much stuff that I want to have laid out, really, honestly. Like, a lot of that stuff deserves to be out in the open. So campaign, I guess we'll go for normal, we'll see how we do, of course. Okay, awesome. So I'm actually interested about this because so there is a single player, co-op, local, and co-op game share. So okay, there is online game share, so that's really awesome. So if you've got a friend or a family member who doesn't have the game yet, of course, you can play it through game share. So that's awesome. I was sure about that. I like that. W. So yeah, you can have one person as the pilot, one person as the gunner, of course. That's really cool, honestly. Pretty much like the Bonanza co-op in a way. Nice one. W. Because definitely, you know, they have the feature there. They definitely should make use of it, right? So that's awesome that they're doing that. I'm hoping they'll do the same for Rayman Legends Retold, because that's another game that I'm really looking forward to. I've never really spoken about it because I've never gotten around to playing the games on stream yet, but I do love the Rayman games, I will say. So eventually I want to play for those on stream because yeah, Rayman's awesome. I love maximalist aesthetics like Decora and Alert, so I'm actually trying to make my island super detailed or cyber detailed. Got you, Brett. Let's go. That's awesome. I'm sure it's gonna look amazing, of course. That's the nice thing about, you know, YouTube and Animal Crossing streamers and content creators, and same with Dreamlight Valley. Like they inspire. They can help inspire us, you know, with our creations, which is of course awesome. Like I need to watch more of this one content creator known as Beacon of Nick, because he's also really talented at builds and stuff. Like definitely I need to see how he builds stuff on these games, and I think he plays Animal Crossing. I'm not sure. I don't know if he plays Dreamlight Valley, mind you, but I think he plays Animal Crossing. I'm pretty sure. I know he's in his Pokopia phase right now. I know a lot of people are in the Pokopia phase. Me personally, I stick with Animal Crossing and Disney Dreamlight Valley. I put a little bit of Coral Island, but you know, mainly I stick with the two I just mentioned, really, of course. Hey Star, how's it going, bro? If you need to send me any DMs, Star, of course, I'm still looking at your stream, bro. Just about to go into the campaign right now, honestly. Just got done with the training. Hope you're doing well, Star, bro. Know that you have our full support regarding I know you mentioned it in chat yesterday as well. Yeah, we have our got you, Star, bro. Oh, see, you did. Oh, I'm so sorry to that, Star, bro. Please send some shiny sparks to Star, everyone, of course. We're all here for you, bro. Always know that, you know, you can reach out to a Star as always, bro. Like, you know, DMs are always open, of course. Thank you, Cat Dogs. Doing good, thank you, Gustavo. Hope you're doing well also. Sounds good, Bright. Sounds good. Yeah, definitely don't get into trouble with your mum, of course. Sounds good. You go do that, Bright. We'll see you soon. Sounds good, Carlin. We'll see you soon as well. Star, bro. I'm ever so sorry, Star bro. Oh my god. Star bro, I'm literally, my heart's breaking literally for you and Evan, of course. Because I've been praying literally every night, Star bro. Oh god. Star bro, I'm so sorry, my friend, honestly. All our condolences and prayers go to Evan, of course, Star. And of course you and as well, bro, and Evan's family, of course. I'm so sorry, Star, bro. Gosh, that's devastating. So what did they actually say, Star? Of course, obviously you can DM me if it's sensitive, but what did they actually say though? Because like I say, Star, like I had my prayers constantly thinking of Evan, of course, in hopes that, you know, he would see that light, of course. So I'm so devastated for you, Star, bro. I can only imagine how you're feeling right now, Star, bro. And like Griffin was saying as well, Star, though, of course, if you need to take that break, we fully support you, Star, bro, of course, on that one. And obviously, if you want to be with us, Star, bro, of course, you know, you're always welcome to be, as you know. Please send your shining sparks and hearts and prayers in the chat, please, everyone. Please do that for Stargamer, of course. Because for those who aren't aware, you know, Evan was like not only a best friend to Star, but like a brother as well, and you know, they go way back, of course. So this will be devastating for Star, as you can imagine. So please send him your best, of course. Would you mind if I did a Discord post as well, Star? Obviously not going into full details, but obviously I could do like sending Stargamer your best in my Discord as well. That we can do for you, bro. Because I know right now you need all the love sent your way, of course. So if you need me to do a Discord post, I will do that for you, Star, bro. Absolutely. Post this in chat, everyone, please, of course. Okay, Star, bro, awesome. Yeah, we'll do a community post, of course, and on my Discord post on my server. Those in the Discord, if you could please send your love to Star Evan and and the families, of course. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you as well, Star, for the ping on the stream today, of course. Give me a moment, everyone, whilst we do a community post. My heart goes out to you, Star, bro. Honestly, I'm literally here devastated for you, bro. I'll be honest, of course. I think all of us can feel that. You know, we're all there with you, Star, bro, of course. We shall, you know, console. We're consoling here, right with you, Star, of course, bro. You know, you are not alone through this, Star. You have our full support, isn't that right, everyone, of course? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Cat Dogs. Thank you, Gustavo. Thank you, Goku. Thank you, Gustavo. Yeah, give me a moment, chat, whilst I get this post in my Discord, of course. And if you need me to post this in as well in your server, Star, I can do that for you, bro. Because I know right now as well, it's going to be hard for you to think straight to compose this as well. So if you need me to post something in your server, Star, I can do that for you, bro. Because naturally, this is a time, you know, where you have to that, you know, we are here for you, Star, bro, of course. So we want to take off that stress for you as much as possible, really. And I know doing a community post, naturally, as well, Star, you don't have to go through with it, of course, but the offer is there if you want us to, naturally. Just let like we previously discussed, you know, not just that we want you to feel like, you know, that you are appreciated, and obviously, as was Evan as well, you know, we lost a legend in Evan, we truly did, of course. He was an amazing person, everyone, I will say, of course, so our heart goes out to Evan and his family and Star, of course, and to everyone associated with Evan, it really does, of course. And it was an absolute honour, Star, to have met Evan, and I'm so heartbroken for you, bro, honestly, I really am. Gosh, Star, and all things considered, you would have thought she'd give more information, really, of course. And I guess naturally she's probably feeling the same way, isn't she, of course? So, like I'm just saying, really, she's probably also finding it hard to put the words together. But I really hope, Star, that you and her can have a proper discussion about this, because right now you all need to have that contact, don't you, really, and console together, of course. Naturally, facing these things alone is definitely not the way to go. Like, all of you all being together is definitely what's most important right now. You know, consoling together is definitely the way to go. I'm just like Griffin stream lurking, Star, and like he's just saying, if you do need a break, Star, yeah, we do support you, bro. Like, definitely do not feel, Star, bro, that you need to be streaming still. That's, you know, that's the last thing you need to be worrying about right now, Star, of course. Your well-being comes first, and naturally, understandably, you know, with this just happening, of course, you know, it's naturally going to affect you, of course, understandably, of course, because, you know, literally, wouldn't be human if it didn't, of course, so definitely, Star, definitely do not feel pressure to stream, of course, definitely not, because we care about you, Star, you know, you're the priority, Star, bro, of course, you come before the streams. Thank you, Game123, I really appreciate that. Because I will say as well, Star Gamer is an absolute brother to me, of course, he's done so much for me, so I can only imagine how he's feeling right now, because obviously he's my brother, and you know, I can naturally, me and Star have that connection where we know how each other's feeling, of course. Like, he'll know how I'm feeling, for instance. Like, it goes without saying, like if my tone is different, you know, Star will recognise that, of course. Or if I say that I'm okay rather than I'm good, you know, he recognised that. He's just an absolute, absolutely amazing person, as was Evan, of course. So my heart really goes out to Star right now, it really does. And obviously, Star, like I say, I will be mindful how I word it, because I know this is a sensitive topic for you, of course. So if you want me to, like, paraphrase it, I will do, Star, bro, because, you know, naturally, people will respect your, you know, your privacy, Star, bro, of course. Because I know this is a very delicate situation right now. And obviously, if you want me to reword it, Star, let me know and I can edit it, of course. But as of right now, to not assume, I'll put that you're going through a tough time right now, of course. Just everyone in the Discord, if you could please send your love to Star, of course. I would greatly appreciate that. Just know that, like I say, Star, that we are here for you, bro, and if you need anything at all, Star, please let us know. And just know that, Star, you were an amazing friend and brother to Evan, of course, and that you are to all of us, Star. Like I say, bro, you are an absolutely amazing person, and just never forget that, of course. You're an absolute true one, Star, and you do mean the world to us, absolutely, of course. I have the highest of praises for Star Gamer, I will say, everyone. He's absolutely awesome, and he's looked out for myself and many others here, of course, for the longest time, and he truly is a special person. So if you could definitely show him some support by giving him a sub, I would greatly appreciate that, of course, because he definitely deserves it. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. See, we're all thinking of you, Star, bro, of course. We're gonna get all the love sent your way, of course, because that's what you give to us, Star. You know, you give us that you know, in heaps. So naturally, Star bro, we're doing this for you, of course. Just there, let us rally the people around Star bro, of course, and just please take all that time that you need, because this is our time to be here for you, Star bro. Give me a moment whilst I compose this, of course. And I also, Star, if you want me to word this differently, just let me know in DMs, of course. Actually, no rush on that, naturally, of course. But you know, to respect your privacy, Star, I'm okay to rephrase it, of course. So how I've worded it, Star, is that you're currently going through a tough time, placing all the love and prayers to him. I'm gonna leave the heart, the prayers, and the shining sparks, of course. And like I said, Star bro, if I can post this in your server, of course. We're all here for you, Star. Cause like I'm saying, bro, like we don't expect you to compose it, and naturally, you know, we want you to feel that you have all of us around us, because naturally you do, bro. So I'm posting that in my server, and oh, I see that you did phrase it that way, Star, of course. I'll put that in my announcements as well, just that people are aware of the context, of course, Star bro. Actually, I wasn't sure how you wanted to go into it, but yeah, please everyone send your support to Star Gamer, of course. Please send your love to him, like I say. That would really mean the world to me if you could do that. There you go, bro. But I put it in your words as well, because naturally this is personal to you, so... Yeah, those in the and as well, anyone who doesn't have Discord, please send your well wishes in either mine or Star's communities and all the communities that, you know, Star's associated with. Please do that for me, of course. And like I say, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to him, because he's an absolute true one. You have the best time there. Every time you're there, you'll feel very comfortable and reassured, and you know, you have to have the best time with Star, of course. He's a awesome content creator, inside and out, of course. Not just as a content creator, but as a person as well. You know, he's always thinking of all of us, and you know, he's got an eye for detail, if you will, of course. And those if you've seen his memes on Tommy Nutty Life, you will know exactly what I'm saying. So, yeah, I can't sing enough praises for Star, because he's truly amazing, and it's why we have the command that, you know, he's a brother to me, because he is. He really is. Thank you all for your support. It really means a lot. Thank you, Carlin. Really appreciate that. Yeah, me and Star, like I was just saying, we go way back, Carlin. So obviously seeing him this way is, you know, heartbreaking for me as well, really, of course, because, you know, he is like a brother to me, I'll be honest, Carlin. So I can definitely, and we can all imagine how Star's feeling right now. Thank you so much, but I really appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely, Jess. Totally agree. Absolutely, Star. Exactly what Jess is just saying. You are an amazing friend. We're glad to have met you, bro, and we're all here for you, of course. Always. Thank you, everyone who's left the prayer symbol, of course. I see Franklin, Kyle, Goku, and yeah, I see I've left them the prayer emojis. I appreciate you all for doing that, of course. You're all awesome. Thanks, Goku. I just saw you posting there, bro, of course. gonna post something in there myself as well, of course. I'll do this one because it says for the family as well, so I'm gonna put prayers in the Discord, Starbro, and I'm gonna put this in your server as well. And of course that goes to not just that goes to Evan's family, of course, as well as yeah, Star Bro, of course you can. You go ahead, bro. You have my word, Star Bro. You have my word, of course. And same goes to you, Star. Never stop being a brother to me, of course, and never change, Star. Keep being that amazing person that you are, of course. Because you really do mean the world to us, Star, and like I say, everyone, every time Star comes through, I can never recommend him enough, honestly. And we appreciate you, Star, bro. Just like we say, please don't feel pressured to meet any standard, Star, or you know, like I say, like naturally this is a time for you to be you know, grieving, Star, bro. So definitely don't the last thing on your mind should, is to be streaming. So definitely don't be thinking of that, Star, bro, and just you be thinking of, you know, just the time to grieve with you know, Evan's family, as of course. This is a time that, you know, you all need to be together, so just please know that, you know, you have our support on what you decide to do, Star, of course. Yeah, exactly, right. We're all the brothers and sisters here, of course. So you've got brothers and sisters here as well in the chat who are here for you, Star, of course, as well. There's a reason why I call Star, you know, Star, bro, because that's what he is to me, of course. Let's see if I can get this command right this time. Got you, Star. Yeah, hopefully they'll keep you in the loop on that, of course, and hopefully as well they fill you in on, you know, more details. Of course, I can generally get why they wouldn't right now, because obviously I can only imagine how heartbreaking it is for them. Of course, naturally, you know, certainly they're not going to be in a fit state to compose the words, so I can totally understand that naturally. So hopefully in due time stuff they'll let you know, of course, and then you can have those like talks together, because definitely right now being with Evan's family and having those talks with Evan's family is going to help, you know, of course. Definitely don't be facing this alone. Oh, Star, bro, and same goes to me, of course. Like you know me as is when it comes to that. I play as your mains to represent you, so anytime I play as Wolf, I will think of Evan, of course. And if Wolf is in this game, Star, bro, I'm gonna play as him all the way, of course, because if he's a playable character in this, I will play as Wolf as well. Yeah, that's absolutely what Goku's saying, Star. Safe travels to you, bro. Yeah, Colin, and generally speaking, we do say that people don't, just for you know, safety reasons, of course. We can never tell who's watching, can we, of course? So generally we don't read villages in the chat, just to keep that in mind, really, of course. You might well be, though, of course. Naturally, you know, everyone's welcome here, of course. We are family friendly as well, so. Yeah, I'm glad that we met you, Colin, of course, and thank you for coming through the streams, of course. I'm glad that you like it here so far. Right, Goku, I see. Yeah, exactly. What Bright's saying. Thank you for being a close friend to Bright, Colin, of course. Right. So Jasmine's a few months older than Goku, of course. Oh, and I'm sure she mentions it every now and then, doesn't she, Goku, of course. Like, I can just imagine in the conversation she'll be like, you know, something like, oh, I have the right to say it because I'm a few months older than you, Goku, or something. I could just imagine Jazz being like that, of course. I could just imagine it. Just, you know, please let this be a reminder to all of you, just to, you know, it's like I've been saying, it costs nothing to be kind. You know, always stick together, always look out for each other. Like the family that we are, of course, you know, keep that spirit going. And keep believing in each other. Because you all are amazing. And as Goku would say, you know, you all are Super Saiyan, of course. You all are powerful and you should always believe in yourselves, because I believe in all of you, of course. Yeah, this is true, of course, and again, she is a few months older than you, Goku, because she has the right to do it, of course, jokes aside. But yeah, that's something that me, Jazz and Goku do, of course, so generally speaking, we don't mean that literally, of course, it is just a joke, so sometimes we'll say to Goku, you know, don't leave us, bro, and you know, or like Goku, we'll say it that way, of course. But jokes aside, obviously, when people need to go, you know, naturally, we encourage that they do, of course. We want you to also be getting that rest and self-care. But we like to joke with Goku that when he's leaving us, telling him not to leave. Obviously, we don't pressure our viewers to stick around, of course. You know, naturally, people have to get their rest and, you know, of course, and self-caring. We encourage it. We're always telling you all to do that. That comes before the streams. Thank you so much, Goku. Yeah, that's Super Saiyan energies for you, Slabber, of course. And I'm sending you my Shining Sparks, as always. The game's going awesome, thank you, Gustavo. So we've just done the tutorial so far, the training simulation. And I'm loving it so far. The graphics look amazing. The character models as well, I'm really impressed with. And yeah, we're just about to go into the first mission of the game, and hopefully, of course, for you, Star, this will be a nice distraction for you, of course, and hopefully we can get Wolf premiered on this today, if all going well. Hopefully we'll see him early in the cutscene. If you could all post the wolf emojis in the chat as well for Evan, that would be appreciated, because Evan was a wolf main, so let's see if we can find that for Evan, shall we? And like I say, if there's a playable character in the multiplayer start, I will be playing as him in Evan's honor, of course. Obviously, no player, I've not touched it yet to know this, but I am, you know, fingers crossed they have Wolf in the game as a playable character. Right, honestly, OBS, don't you be starting OBS whilst having a moment. OBS, no, we're talking about this. We've got to be here for our brother, of course. Don't you be starting OBS. Or we'll have words, of course. We'll get Griffin to deliver you something nice, which would be like you know, the power of fire, of course. So yeah, you don't want to mess with fire, Momus. You don't want to play with fire, of course. Oh, thank you so much, Bright. Yeah, absolutely. Star is super cool. I have to agree, of course. He's an absolutely amazing person, and he's done so much for me, of course. So. He's also helped me through, you know, tough times, of course, because there has been times when I will say where I've, you know, I have felt depressed, or, you know, self-doubts that come in, of course, but, you know, all of you and Starbro, of course, have helped me through those times, so he's done a lot for me, of course. Like I was just saying before, Star can tell how I talk on how I respond to things, how I'm feeling. Like, if I say to Star that I'm okay, he'll, you know, the first thing he'll say to me is, you know, what's wrong, Rob? Because he knows that I'm usually good. All of you at this point know that I'll always say I'm good, thanks. But when I'm having an off day, I'll say I'm okay, of course. And Star knows this, so he'll always ask me what's wrong, Rob. And naturally, you know, he's someone that I feel like I can talk to about anything. All of you as a whole, I feel like knowing that, you know, I can be myself and that I can be open about things, and like I always say to all of you, never to bottle things up really, of course, which is why I shared my journey of when I do get through those times, because I wanted to inspire all of you to that there, that there is, there is a future and there is a light, of course, even though it may not seem like it in the moment. And Starbro's been that light for me, I will say, of course. Like, he's just, he's got me through those tough times, and he's encouraged me to still stream when times do get tough, because I'll be honest, sometimes in the past I would just resort to a break when times were tough, but Star would say to me, don't let this stop you from streaming, Rob, brush the dust off, move on, don't let it get in the way, of course. And that was the best choice that I made, was not to stop, because, I stream and all of you come through with your amazing support, so you all play a big part in those times, of course, and, that truly goes a long way. And this is why we see that this community is amazing, and that, like I would say, that this is, the wholesomeness here is a beautiful thing, of course. It truly is. Yeah, exactly, Brett. Like, some people do cover it, and that is okay. Of course, naturally we encourage that. They do reach out to us. But obviously, with some people, they handle it in different ways, don't they? Of course, like, sometimes it's building up the courage to tell someone about that, of course, or it's like you say, they're scared to talk about it, Brett, of course, and especially given if it's a new person to the community, it's understandable, really, of course. And this is why it's moments like this that are important, because any new viewers coming through, if they see that we're all of us rally around like this, of course, that's going to encourage them to open up, and that's what we want, really. We want people to feel like they're not alone, and this is why Star, I imagine he's opened up to myself and his friend group, because obviously he trusts us and our communities to support him through it, of course, and that's a big thing, of course. And you've all made that possible, to have that safe space for everyone. You've all just by being yourselves and your amazing selves, you've all made it possible to have that space where people can open up, and they feel less scared to do that, of course. So I thank you all for doing that, because I want everyone to feel, like they can do that here, of course, because, naturally we all are humans, we are valid to have feelings, of course. People say that to me as well, like, Robbie, you're allowed to have feelings, you're not alone, of course. Star said this to me, Lush said this to me, of course. Griffin, as all of you say the same thing, so to speak, like, all of you can echo what they're saying, so it goes a long way, honestly. That's what I'm saying about society. Like, we all should be there for each other, and just please use this moment to, realise that, of course, and just keep being yourselves and never change yourselves for anyone. And if someone asks you to change, never do, because you are perfect just the way you are. Oh my gosh, OBS be like, honestly, come on, OBS. I feel like the bitrate is the issue here, bro. I'll be honest. I'm trying to do a powerful speed OBS. Don't you be starting OBS, of course. And because I was in such a train of thought, I'm not even sure which part it was, of course. But yeah, know that, always be there for your friends. They will always, those that will always support you, always support them back, of course, and always believe in them, and just always believe in each other, of course. Hi Kyle, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you for coming through. I know you've just seen the news regarding so that Star just here. We're just taking a moment, Kyle, to console with Star here, of course. Let him know that he's, that actually he's not alone, of course, and that we have his full support through this. How is the brother leader doing today, of course? I thought I told you to be taking a break, Carl. I saw you were live today, Carl. We've been over this. I said that you should be resting your hand, good sir. I did not give you the permission to start streaming again, good sir. We've been over this. Doctor's orders. Hi, Golden High. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We're just taking a moment here, briefly for Stargamer. If you could send your thoughts and prayers, of course. Stargamer unfortunately lost his best friend Evan, Harry, so if you could send your best in the chat, please, I would greatly appreciate it, of course. It's truly devastating news because, you know, Evan was an amazing, not only friend but brother to Stargamer, of course. So this is a massive loss, as you can imagine, for Starbro. So we're all here just, you know, gathering round, sending off, you know, healing prayers. Starbro, you really don't need to, of course. You are allowed to feel that the way you are, of course, Star. You don't have to push through this, Starbro. You are allowed to have that moment, Star. And don't feel like you need to be strong for any of us, Star, because naturally you having emotions, Star, you know, that doesn't mean any less of you, of course. It means that you are human, Star, and that, you know, you had a great appreciation for Evan, of course. So that's a special thing, Star. So definitely don't feel like you need to push through the, Star, because grieving does take time, and that can vary for the time length of that can vary, of course. And you know, there's no time limit on this, Star. It's at your own pace. Don't feel like you need to push forward. Of course, naturally these things take time, Star. It's a massive shock to all of you, of course. Star, bro, I'm so sorry about that as well, of course. Obviously, once again, Star, I'm sending thoughts and prayers and condolences to your grandma as well, of course. Yeah, exactly what Kyle's saying, and exactly what Griffin's saying, Star. Like, just like we say, we can't stress enough, Star. Just please call the time you need, and certainly don't feel like you need to push through it, Star, because you are allowed to feel how you're feeling right now, and there's no right or wrong on that, Star, bro, of course. What you're feeling right now is totally valid, and like I say, Star, it's human. It's just, you know, again, showing that the character that you are, you know, that caring person, of course. You know, if we didn't feel these emotions, we wouldn't be human, of course. Yeah, exactly what Bright's saying, Star. You know, we give you the green light for that, of course, because we don't want you to be suffering in silence. I know I was saying like Griffin was also saying Jess, of course. That's what you might have misheard, though. I don't think I blundered, though, of course. But no, I definitely said like Griffin was saying as well. I was just saying others who mentioned it as well, Jess. I don't think I blundered, of course. I don't think I did. Goku, you might have to verify that if I did, bro. I'm not, but yeah, I don't think I did, Jess. I think I was saying like Griffin was saying as well. But it may have sounded like I blundered. I did blunder yesterday, definitely, though. I called Star Angelo, Jess, so that's the blunder right there from yesterday, of course. And I was saying in that whole stream, you know, I haven't blundered yet, and then it happened literally at the end. I jinxed it. Yeah, Harry, of course. Yeah, for reals. Yes, Ron, and that's natural, of course. That's natural. Like, we all handle emotions and different things, and even if it's not always on the outside, because even my emotions can be internal as well, Star, of course. So naturally, it's us who are staying strong for you, Star, bro, of course. Naturally, like, you definitely don't have to do that for us, Star, because it's like I'm always saying, you know. Venting, you know, having those feelings, sharing your thoughts, that doesn't make you any less of a person. It makes you human, Star. And you know, it makes, if anything, it makes you, you know, it means you're a strong person, Star. You know, being able to, you know, given how recent it was, and being able to post about this and tell us about this, Star, you know, that takes a lot of courage. So even for that, Star, you should be proud of yourself, of course. Absolutely, Star. Absolutely, bro. Right, Harry, yeah. Honestly, I've been doing the same lately, of course. You know, I've been trying to pace out the streams more, as you can see, all going well, and even when I try to have like naps, whether they be long naps or power naps, of course, sometimes it is hard to have those, of course. It really has been, and sleeping just in general in the nights has been rough, honestly. Like, especially upstairs, it's just like immediate heat that hits you, of course, and yeah, it's honestly rough. It truly is. Yeah, absolutely Star. He definitely will be Star, of course. And that, we can all echo that, Star, because, you know, we're proud of you, Star. All that you've achieved, and, you know, not just on your YouTube channel, of course, Star, but you as a person as well. Of course, you know, going from what you've told me, you've been on, you know, and like we can all relate to it, as you know, as humans, we all go on that journey, of course, and you know, over time we all become stronger as a person, and you are strong, Star, bro, and even right now you are strong, Star, bro, of course, you know, naturally as well, Star, like, I would have been fully understanding if you didn't want to go into it right away, because this is a complete shock, of course, you know. Sometimes it can be hard, and generally speaking, it's hard to find the words on such an occasion, of course. So the fact that you were able to do a post about this, Star, that takes a lot of courage and guts, really, bro. So just that alone, everyone would have been proud of you, Star, of course. You know, right away you're getting people to rally around not only yourself but Evan, of course, and his family as well. His last words were, "Goodbye, cruel world, and I'm the best 2xKO player." To me directly, his last words were, "Thank you for everything. I love you so much, bro. I love you so much." Ah, and he was the best 2xKO player, Star, bro. He was a W player, of course, and he should be very proud of what he achieved, because he absolutely smashed it. And I'm absolutely honoured, Star, that I got to meet him, of course. So, you know, thank you for introducing Evan to us, and always know that, you know, he's forever going to be in our, you know, thoughts and prayers, and we are right here grieving with you, Star, of course, because Evan was truly an amazing person. And that's another thing, Star, like, you know, that could be another thing you could keep going for Evan, of course, like playing 2xKO, of course, in his honour, of course, and get those W's for Evan, and make him proud, Star, bro. Because you make me proud every single time, Star, I will say, of course. But I'm so pleased that at least he left it off on something like that, Star, of course, because at least you were able to have a final conversation, of course. I'm at least thankful that you were able to do that, Star, of course. And yeah, Harry, it is. It really is, of course. Absolutely, Star. Absolutely. Just stating the facts, Star, bro, of course. Luckily, it hasn't been as bad for me, except me having stress overload. I know Harry as well, just to go into Harry's briefly, I know his guinea pig recently passed away, so that's been Harry's as well. So I really feel like my heart goes out to you, Harry, and of course you, Star, as well. Luckily, it hasn't been, I've been having stress overload several times because of that one internet cult that harasses random YouTubers. They didn't actually attack me, but I'm so scared of them. Yeah, exactly, Brett. Like, even just knowing that they are attacking people, that is a scary thought, of course. And you do think to yourself, you know, you worry if they're gonna come towards us naturally. Even myself, like when people have like bots going into their Discord, I'm like, oh gosh, you know, what happens if they come into mine? Of course, it is a scary thought. Got you, Carl. I know as well, buddy. You mentioned about your bass player, which again, all my best thoughts and condolences and prayers go to your bass player, Carl, of course. My heart goes out to you as well, of course, bro. For some situation a few years ago, the only advice I can offer is to always remember the light they brought to the world and resolve to honour their memory in everything we do. As always, Carl, absolutely beautiful words, my friend, and exactly what Carl's saying there, Star, bro. Just always hold on to those memories that you and Evan shared, of course. And just think to yourself as well, Star, if this helps as well. I know this is also a mindset people should have, of course, is just remember that everyone would want you to be living your best lifestyle, bro, of course, and he'd want you to be, you know, knocking out opponents into XKO, of course, you know, keeping on the ground with your YouTube content, Star, bro, and just, you know, being that amazing self that you are. That's what everyone would want you to be, Star, bro. Just keep that always in thought, and keep being that inspiration that you are, Star, of course. And as I always say to you, buddy, you know, when Stargamer's around, the stars shine brighter. Yeah, especially because earlier this month I had exam stress to worry about too. Yeah, exactly, Harry, and that's on top of your grievance as well. Exactly, that's a lot, honestly. Yes, you are, Harry, of course, and don't you ever change either, buddy, of course. None of you ever change. I will not allow it, of course. As the Shining Sparks leader, I tell you all not to change, of course. Yeah, Harry, and this is exactly what I was saying about Carl before, like, you know, he's got a way of wording things, and, you know, you really do feel like with Carl it's naturally from the heart. Singles with all of you, like, I feel like it's always from the heart, and you can see that. That's why I'm always touched by your words, because I know it's from the heart. Yes, are you still here, Carlin, of course, Pixels, that's how we summon Carlin. I'll be like, we have some Pixel art to show Carlin, of course. Got you, Carlin. Yeah, all good, of course, no worries, and naturally no pressure to, you know, join in with it, of course, 'cause I know this is very heavy right now. Because we'll be keeping the game going as well for those, you know, who, for a good distraction, and also, hopefully for Star, and also for those who want to, you know, have that distraction as well, of course. We'll be keeping the game going, but naturally, I did want to pause for this, just given how important it was, really, of course. Yeah, exactly, Carlin, so don't feel like, you have to speak out, because you just being here, Carlin, is, you know, is supporting me, which will mean a lot to Star, you know, of course, given what I've just been saying about how close me and Star are, really, of course. Man, I'm gonna be bummed when my cat's back. Yeah, Bright, yeah, losing a pet is heartbreaking as well, of course, but naturally, Bright, do not think about that now, of course. Just like I'll say, like I'm just saying, just make every moment count, and, you know, have the best time with them, of course, and just make sure that they have the best life that they have, and with you, Bright, I'm sure that they will, of course. I'm sure they will. Yeah, exactly, Harry, and that's what we want to do for Star, of course. We want to remain positive, of course, and want to keep those good vibes rolling for him, right? Yeah, Goku, of course. We can relate to that, Bright, yeah, because me as a, you know, not only cats, but I love dogs as well, and just in general, all animals, really. Seeing any animal in pain will always tug at my heartstrings, I will say, of course. Both of my cats were Christmas presents. We adopted Sophie in 2019, and Taffy randomly came to my porch, looking lost, asking to come in as 2022, and that exactly shows the type of person you are, Bright, of course. That's amazing, of course. Harry Styles, oh my gosh, is that a new one, Harry, of course? Oh my gosh. That's a new name for you, Harry, now. Oh my god, Harry Styles. It's like how Goku calls Taylor Swift. I think she likes it because she'll say she'll be like LOL in capitals, hi Goku. I mean, both of them are amazing singers, so, you know, that's a compliment in my eyes, to be honest. Even Robbie Rotten, when people call me that, I'm honoured, because he was an absolute legend, of course, in Lazy Town. You know, he made an absolute mark in the community, so even I'm honoured to be considered such a legend, of course. iCarly and Harry Styles, yeah. So Carlton's iCarly and Harry's Harry Styles. Got noted, of course. Ah, that's lovely, Goku. Ah. More cats to the family, of course, and this is how me and Goku, essentially, you know, became friends and, you know, eventually brothers. Our first conversation was literally cats, because, you know, I hear cats, I naturally get involved in it. I love cats and dogs, so yeah. And just all animals in general, really, of course. You know, I love as well watching wildlife shows with like lions and leopards, of course. Animals are a lovely thing, of course. They deserve to be protected. Honestly, good question, Bright. Of course, I think because honestly, it's a good question, Bright. Honestly, yeah, because I'm actually reading it now as Carlin. I guess it's just like a habit at this point, Bright. I'll be honest. Yeah, Carlton's the British version of Carlin. I think the spelling is kind of similar, I suppose, and sometimes, you know, you get used to saying it, and then I'm probably reading it alongside other like names. Of course, sometimes we'll never know why we will mispronounce names. Of course, it just kind of just happens, really. But I'll be honest. And they were young, and my pick. Have I been saying Carlton today? Of course, like again, I don't really recall. And naturally, another reason will probably be if I've been streaming for a while, or the heat wave, of course, because that can naturally affect our mindsets, can't it? Of course. I'm surprised that I've been able to be like this long, to be honest, because I wasn't thinking I would, honestly. Probably I'll do like one mission or 2 missions a day. I'll see how long they go, of course. I know I've been live for 2 hours, which doesn't feel like, of course. Today I had to run through raining crocs. That was fun. Oh no, Bright, of course. You're lucky to have rain, though, I will say, of course. Because I definitely want some rain here, and my goodness, it's just been on full-on heat, Bright. There's not been a single light rain shower or any wind whatsoever, just full-on heat, of course. So yeah, I wish that some of that rain was over here, but naturally I see what you're saying, Bright. Being in the rain, especially wearing like Crocs, is not fun, of course. Those who know with what I said. Not gonna lie, I think that's the only Harry song I've actually listened to. LOL. And they were young and no, me and Peggy, we did it earlier this month. We announced with her sister. Ever so sorry to that Harry. But exactly, that's the way of putting it. Like, at least they're with their sister now, of course, and you know, as well, you know, something I've always been told is you know, if they're in pain as well, like if you see that they're in physical pain, you know, if you gotta think to yourself, at least they won't be in pain anymore, of course. That's as sad as it is, of course, and you know, it doesn't make the loss any easier naturally, but it's a way of thinking of it, at least, because, you know, having that mindset that at least they're not in pain, or at least they're with family, of course, and that they're running around in heaven, and you know, that or you know, in a friends or family members' case, you know, they're looking down on us and you know, rooting for us every single day, and they'll you always hear it, don't you? They'll always say, you know, stay strong for that, you know, that person or pet, and they always want you to be happy, of course, you know. That's the way I'm thinking of it, you know. They would want you to be exceeding in life, and you know, keep being yourselves and pursue what you want to do, and use that as more like energy to do what you want to do. So, you know, in Star's case, you know, keep that star power going, of course, Star Bro, and you know, just know that you know, we are here for you. Absolutely, same goes to you, Harry. Same goes to you, Carl. Same goes to all of you, of course. But yeah, we'll see if I can stick with Carlin, and we'll see how many times I say Carlton. At this point, there might be a counter for how many times I say Carlton. I think in the moment I said it because, you know, given how long I was streaming, of course, I think, you know, sometimes that can affect our, like, you know, mindset, and we can sometimes misread names, can't we, in the moment, really, of course. And naturally, because I've said it once, I'm probably going to consistently say it, so whether I said it today, I can't really say, but we'll see if I can memorize it as Carl, and we'll see, of course. Maybe it could be a new nickname for Colin if they wanted it to be, of course, but no, I will try and stick to Colin naturally. Or iCarly as well. Who knows if iCarly sticks, of course. You have Carlin, right? Yeah, we've got a friend as well known as Skake and Bacon Media. I know I call him Marcus, but sometimes people mistaking him as Shake and Bacon Media. I guess because like some words can look similar to other words, so I guess that's my reasoning for calling you Carlton, because I guess it's like it can look like other letters are in there, but they're not, of course. If that makes sense. So I think that is the reason. And like I say, given my stream lengths and sometimes you know, going through it with it can affect our mindset, can't it, really? And obviously, if I didn't feel like I could go on, obviously I would be ending here right now, of course. But yeah, because I wasn't sure how long I'd go for today, given this, like Harry's saying with the heatwave. But yeah, having gotten good rest around the streams and making sure that I do get the good rest, of course. I'd have felt, I surprisingly felt good to proceed, of course, and. Good thing that I do, because obviously, you know, I know right now Star's going to need that distraction, so hopefully me playing this today, me being hyped for this today, of course, will help that, at least. I know naturally this is only going to be a temporary distraction, of course. Absolutely, Star, bro. My pleasure, bro, absolutely, of course. Like I say, Star, just again, like, DMs are always open, you know, anytime you need to reach out to me, never hesitate. Same goes for the whole group, of course, Star. You're not alone for this, bro. Let's see, Bright. I remember when someone said Carla as if you were a girl. LOL. Oh wow, that's another one. See, I'm not the only one, Bright, of course, and yes, I guess it's quite common then, isn't it? I do be blundering, Bright, I will say. I think Angelo started blunders, so maybe Angelo's part of the reason, who knows, of course. Maybe he started an unintentional chain reaction. Because that'd be happening. I think with that one, I can explain why a blunder happens. It's because sometimes you get so used to saying someone's name, and then someone will come through on the live chat, and then you're like, you know. And I think it's well when you're doing a VC. So like, for instance, if I'm talking to Angelo on VC, you know, I might misname someone in the chat as Angelo. I think that's the reason, because you're talking to a live chat and a voice chat sometimes, or you just get so used to saying someone's name, or you get used to hanging out with someone constantly, and you know, you get used to saying certain terms with that person. So I think that's all that comes into play, really. So I guess you could say that there's various reasons why we have like mispronounces and blunders. Really low key me, because ever since I realised I was Apagenda, I've just stopped correcting people about "got you," right? And actually, it doesn't need to be like a bad thing, of course. You know, naturally, just looking out for them, of course. Alright, Starbro, if that's what you want me to do, of course, then that's what we'll do, Starbro. Like I say, if this helps you, if this helps, Starbro, then to take your mana things, of course, definitely, we shall proceed, of course. Absolutely, Starbro, no problem at all. Let's see, your favourite car name is so far is Car or Car. I got behind it from Ren, and to be honest, I should use it more often, LOL. And I have a question for you, Bright. What do you think of the name Carlton, of course? Oh my gosh. My new nickname for Carlin that came unintentional, of course. Oh my gosh. I can't, oh my gosh. I just remember when I said it, and then Bright put that the rose, like, oh my goodness, like the fading rose, oh my goodness, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't, oh jeez. Let's go, right, you like it, let's go. Carlin's caught onto it, like, most excellent, oh, let's go, let's go, I even said Carlton, let's go, I even said Carlton, oh my goodness. Carlin's caught onto it, or should I say Carlton? Yeah, absolutely what Goku's saying, Starbro, and you have an emotions, and that naturally doesn't make you less of a person. So it makes you, you know, human, of course. That's what you are, bro. It's, you know, it's natural for you to feel this way. Let's go. Yeah, get over here, Mr. Donut. No, you get over here, Mr. Blueberry. And get over here, my persona, known as Bright, of course. And get over here, Carlin. Get over here, Harry, who watches Boo Cinema, of course. Let's see if I can summon Angelo. Get over here, Mr. Pizza. Thanks, Goku. Add it to the counter. Thanks, Harry. Oh my gosh. This is what I say, chat. If you mention about your least favourite tracks, games, I'm not gonna forget it, of course. I seen that in Griffin's Club they played Lord Shadow's favourite minigame, Richard Bridges, of course. He's been making bridges today. Bro, Harry, oh my gosh. Let's go, Bright. Get over here, Carlton. Let's go, Bright, let's go. It's honestly so fun being Hypergender because it's entertaining to watch people argue about gender. Right, Bright, yeah, the benefits that come with it, right, of course. And I'm very proud of you, Bright, as well, for being open about that to all of us, of course. Because naturally, as we always say, there's no pressure to ever go into that. But, you know, I'm very proud of you, Bright, that you are able to share that with us, of course. And we're proud of you, Bright. And you should be pretty proud of yourself, of course. Just keep being the amazing stuff that you are, Bright, and never change. And the same goes to all of you, of course. Never change. Glad to hear it, Carlin, of course. Glad to hear it, Carlton. Oh my gosh. I made a new nickname without intending, of course. So I added to Carlin's lore without intending to. Let's go. Glad to hear it, Brett. I'm glad to hear it, of course. Get over here, my persona. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is exactly what we want you all to feel, and this is why we do the get over here jokes, the Galaxy River jokes, of course, and other ones around those, and the don't jokes, because naturally, you know, it uplifts people, and it uplifts me, of course, you know, seeing you all do that, and you know, having the best time at the stream. I'm very pleased to always see that, of course, because that's what I want you all to be having, is the best time here. Yeah. Let's go, Goku. I've been doing it myself recently, of course. I called you Goki, of course. Also, Goki, don't leave us, please. Oh my gosh. Also, since you're my birthday, Rob, sometimes I say Carlin is like a cherry. Oh, I like that. Mr. Cherry, I like that. Oh my gosh. What if Carlin is... Oh my gosh, I literally said that before I even read it, right? Oh my gosh, great minds think alike. Mr. Oldie Cherry, oh my gosh. If you want us to call this like, if that could be your name, Colin, okay. Mr. Oldie Cherry, okay. Oh my gosh. I like that, keeping the classic into your name, I like that, that's cool. Glad to hear it, Goku, bro, glad to hear it, Goku. Exactly, family never leaves each other, of course. Oh my gosh, bro, oh my gosh, let's go. You have inside jokes like we do, oh my goodness. This is why you both fit in here, of course. Moldy Cherry, oh my gosh. Hello, Mr. Moldy Cherry, oh my gosh. That might stick with people, Brad, of course, I will say. I think Mr. Cherry's gonna stick with me now, of course. Get over here, Mr. Cherry. Oh my gosh. I can't, oh my gosh. Yeah. So, once again, apologies to that, Goku, of course, but... Yeah, I guess for Carlin will make an exception, of course. I suppose I only just go for me, it's generally hay fever, of course, which I generally get in the summer, and the pollen, of course. I was literally sneezing on stream twice yesterday, so bless me, of course. Oh, please share, Brad. We'd love to hear it, of course, because you know I'm going to get behind it, and as with the others, of course. Obviously, we space out the jokes as well, like, obviously we keep them spread out, of course, because, you know, we don't want to overuse anything, but... Yeah, we're always up for inside jokes here, of course. Like my song goes in the Shining Spot songs, inside jokes flying through the door. I forgot what it was, but I remember when me and you thought the exact same thing at the same time, but you beat me to it due to me not typing it soon. LOL, Golden Rob. Yeah, Harry, because I'm thinking, was it during a Switch gaming stream, or was it during one of your streams? Like... Would it have been that Harry-lish and the Laglish thing? So maybe one of my streams? I'm trying to think of it as well, Harry, but there's definitely been a couple of moments like that. Like, I know with me and Griffin recently, at the same time we were both saying that the Tug of War minigame was our least favourite minigame in Superstars. And I was like, Griffin, we had the same thought, bro, at the same time, and Griffin's like, you know, he's like, he's like, what are we doing? It's like, literally. Again, you know, Griffin's like a brother to me, and I think all of us can say that, of course. So, you know, this is why we're in sync. You know, we're brothers and sisters, of course. We are so alike, literally. We summoned Angelo. Let's go. Welcome back, Angelo, Mr. Pizza. We were thinking of you, of course. Gosh, is that actually what they say, Stubborn? Oh my goodness. Definitely send prayers to Evan, of course, on that one. And not just try not to have that thought in your mind, of course, because that will, you know, if that makes it, you know, makes you feel worse thinking that naturally. Just keep it in mind so that you know God is good, of course, and God will know that, you know, Evan was an amazing person, and that, you know, what has happened is, you know, it's something that sometimes is out of our control, really, of course. You know, the mindset that he went into, of course, you know, once you're in it, of course, it can be, the hardest thing is, you know, getting out of it, of course, and it's, you know, it's devastating sometimes how that can result, really, of course, you know, having those, like, you know, those thoughts, really. And naturally, you know, when it comes to mental health, that comes out of our control, really, of course. And, you know, it's, you know, we always say about, you know, reaching out to others, not closing out yourself, but, you know, that's sometimes easy said than done, really, of course. It's one thing saying it, but doing it is another thing, really, of course. Because, like I say, I can relate when it comes to, you know, being in that dark place, because, you know, you do feel like you do feel like the light's not, you know, in sight, and you do feel like, you know, you're not gonna get through it, of course. And it's why whenever anyone has that situation, I can relate fully, because, you know, I've had those thoughts as well, of course, of being depressed, and you know, I will say it's not gotten to the point where I'd want to take my own life, of course, but it's still gotten me to the point where I self-doubt myself, and, you know, I'm always saying to believe in yourself, but, you know, there is sometimes with myself where I don't have that belief, of course, you know, whether it be, you know, like, for instance, people drifting away, it makes you, you know, it does make you wonder, of course, you know, you're not good enough for that person, so it does, you know, you do kind of, like, torture yourself in a way, of course, and, you know, like I said, thankfully I've never gotten to that point, you know, where I take my own life, I will say, of course, then, not to worry you all, but, you know, sometimes you know, when you get to that extent, you know, it's hard to get yourself out of it, of course. So I think I think God wouldn't blame Evan for this, of course, and that, you know, I think he would forgive Evan Starbro. My thought personally, I think he would. I'd like to believe that he would, Star, and hopefully that helps you believe that he would, because holding on to that thought, Starbro, will you know, it will help you through this, of course, because like we always say, right, Star, God is great, and we know how of an amazing person Evan was to not only you, Star, but to all of us as the community. We all could see that connection you and Evan had, and naturally we felt the same with Evan, of course. We could see that he was, you know, a massive W, and an absolute true one, of course, you know. He's definitely worthy of the legend status, and, you know, God will see that, of course, Star, bro. Let me see, let's get over here, Pixman. I like that for Colin. I like that. Yeah, Angelo, you would have seen that's what we're just discussing right now. Of course, we're about to get into the game shortly, just because I know, as well, for some people here, it's either going to be hard for them to express their thoughts, or, you know, they well, I guess, you know, both them and Star would like to see the game as a distraction, of course. So I will be keeping the game going momentarily, of course. But exactly what you're saying, Angelo. We're so sorry for your loss, Star, once again, and you have our full support. And may Evan rest in peace, and all our, you know, blessings and you know, prayers, Starbro, of course, as always. Like we say, we normally have at least 3 guinea pigs, so that 2 still have each other in times like these. But we can normally adopt, you know, in less than 2 weeks, struggling to find some your Golden Harry, of course. Yeah, exactly. Have a companion to confide in, because you know even animals they do they also grieve, don't they? Of course. Honestly, I'm sorry to sing you all, but sometimes I think about taking my life, but I'm not gonna. Instead, I'm gonna keep fighting because now I'm surrounded by so many awesome and funny people. Good for you, Bright. Of course, proud of you, of course, because naturally, Bright, we would never want you to do that, of course. Don't you believe in us, Bright? Don't you believe in us, of course? You add you add that shine to our shoes as well, of course. Keeping to your namesake, so don't you believe in us, Bright? Of course, I will not allow it, not at all. But I'm so pleased that myself and the community are the reason you are still here with us, because you are an amazing person, Bright, and never forget that. Thank you, cat dogs. Welcome back, Rudy. We're just currently having a moment regarding some news about Slug Gamer's best friend unfortunately taking his own life. So it's truly devastating. So we're just taking a moment. So please send your prayers and love to Star and Evan and his family. And Rudy, if you don't mind, that would be greatly appreciated, of course. Naturally, as well, those who have a hard time with this topic, because there's no pressure, of course, but if you can, it's greatly appreciated. But just being here to support Steam itself means a lot, of course, because you all being here as well at the stream today will mean a lot to Starbro, because of course he'll be happy to see so many of you here supporting the stream, of course. Yeah, exactly, Goku, and obviously you know yourself that I can relate to those tough times as well, and as you all know, like I was literally open about seeing the light wasn't there. Like I announced it on my stream, I announced it on other streams like Angelo's and Griffin's as well, of course. Like I'll mention my thoughts on your streams, because same with Stars, like I feel like I can be myself at your streams, and I feel like I can be open, and that I can say that I'm not okay if I'm not, because I feel like it's gotten to that point, and where we can be that way, of course. Like that's why I felt like I could be open with all of you, saying that when I eventually got through my situation, I could say to you all that I can now say without any doubts that I am fine. I've seen the light, and that was saying those words was it really is uplifting, of course. And it took me a while to find those words. I could say, like, it felt like I wasn't gonna ever say those words, I'll be honest. So it can feel like obviously when it first hits, that's how it feels. Like you feel to yourself, when are you gonna get through this, of course. But just having those friends and family around you, it does help you through. Got you, Carlin. Well, I'm glad that you're still here with us as well, Carlin. Don't you believe in us, Carlin? I will not allow it either, of course. You're stuck with us, Carlin, of course. Don't you believe in us? But I'm so pleased that you're still here, and I say the same to you, Carlin, of course. Keep being that amazing person you are, and keep on being that talented person that you are, of course. Yeah, absolutely what Goku's saying. You'll get through this, Bright. Plus, I know some people would probably be sad if I left, and I don't want to make people sad. I want to do the opposite. Yeah, Bright, you would make us sad, of course. You would, Bright. I wouldn't. I would. Isn't that right, chat? I wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if our persona here wasn't here, of course. I would be saying, where is my persona, of course. We miss you, Bright. Even just you saying you have to call it a night, Bright, we'll miss you, of course. Like I say, Bright, don't you believe in us now? I will not allow it. Golden Rob, we got our one most recorded my temperature last month, highest recorded just during temperature this week. Gosh, Harry, it certainly feels like it, I will say. Me too, Angelo, because as you know, and as all of you, many of you know at this point, I am how close me and Star is, of course. So, I can imagine how he's feeling right now. So, naturally, he's got my full support, and I really appreciate all of you showing that full support to Starbro as well, of course. I don't know if anyone in chat needs to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Kyle, yes, we do need to hear it, of course. We do need to hear it. Getting a new record, obviously, if you want to go ahead with it, naturally, that goes without saying. getting a new recorded July temperature would be insane because that is the warmest ever recorded UK temperature. Yeah, Harry, of course. Naturally, it can happen though, right? If you ever reach the point where you think you're better off unalive because you think you are a burden to those who care about you, you are wrong. Exactly. Well said, Kyle. Absolutely. Trust me on this one, the burden your memory leaves behind is far heavier than any burden you think you're causing by being alive. Exactly. Very well said, Kyle. I totally agree with that statement. 100%. Really, OBS? You have to close. OBS randomly closed out on me. Apologies for that, everyone. Oh, hello Taylor. Welcome in. Thank you for coming through. Right now, Taylor, we're just having a moment for our awesome friend Stargamer, of course. We've recently just been informed that his best friend Evan's very sadly taken his own life, Taylor. So we're just here for Stargamer, having a moment for him currently, of course, and just remind him that that we're all here for him, of course, and that he's not alone through this. So we're all just consoling with Stargamer currently, Taylor. Yeah, we just heard some devastating news that Stargamer lost his best friend that he's known for years, Taylor, of course. So we're just taking this moment to console with him, of course. They're not my babies. I will help them however I can, even if it actually is a burden to me. Good on you, Brett, of course. And like Carl's saying, no such thing as being a burden. When you're not a burden to anyone, you're not a trouble to anyone. Like the true friends, they stick together, of course. Good on you, Angelo. I'm proud of you, of course, because we definitely can't lose our golden brother. And like I'm saying, I've thankfully never gotten to that point. Of course, like I've gone through depressing phases, but I've never gotten to that point where I want to take my own life. You'll all be pleased to hear, of course. So hopefully that inspires you all. Like I say, I've had those thoughts like self-doubt and not believing in myself, but I've never gotten to that point where I would want to take my own life. Thankfully, of course, and I know that can't be said for a lot, some people. So I just hope that inspires you all to hopefully not get to that point, and I just wish all the best for you always. Yeah, I agree, Carl, and Bubble, Bright is a great person. I totally agree. You all are, of course. You're more than that. You're all amazing to me, of course. Angelo, you're a true Super Saiyan bro to me, and you're a true Super Saiyan bro to us, Goku, of course. Thank you, Goku, bro. I hope you're doing well, Titter, of course. We will be going on with the game shortly, of course, for those who want to see Star Fox here. I'm sure for Star Gamer, this will be a nice distraction as well, so we will be playing the game momentarily. But as for the game, I'm very much enjoying it so far, Taylor. I will say we've just done the tutorial so far, and the controls, like Griffin was saying, in fact, they do feel great. He was definitely right about that, of course. And the graphics, they look amazing. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the game so far. Literally bright. Thank you, Taylor. Yes, it's a very hard time for Stargamer, as you can imagine right now, of course. Losing someone that meant a lot to him, of course. So naturally, we're all just, like I said, we're all just consoling 4-star, of course, ending our, all the hearts and prayers for his best friend Evan, of course, because Evan was like a brother to Stargamer. That's how close they were. He was an amazing person. So a lot of us had the honour to meet Evan, like myself and Griffin and all of the Crazy Shenanigans squad, of course. And also Ghost Chris, Nighttime, Sable, all of us got to meet him as a person, of course. If I go through all the names of everyone in the Shenanigans, of course. Let me see. So yeah, Stargamer introduced Evan to myself, Griffin, like I say, Nighttime, Luigi 13, Lord Shadow, Ghost Chris, and Sable. That's like that's the whole of the Crazy Shenanigans group, of course, Taylor. So yeah, this Evan was someone that meant a lot to Stargamer. So Naturally, we're all here controlling. Yeah, we're gonna fire OBS for sure. Right, I'll be having a word with OBS after this, of course. Oh my gosh, Bright. Why am my bones not boning? Oh my goodness. For reals though, Bright. Whatever he says, Kyle, I think he said my name for a moment too. Oh my gosh, yeah, cause OBS be like, of course. Carlins, that's a new one there. Welcome in Carlins, of course. Yeah, what I was saying to Carl, of course, is that I totally agree, of course, and that it's very well said from Carl, what he's saying, and just to remember that you know, you're never a burden to anyone, of course. Like Carl puts it, you are wrong to stress that part in particular. But yeah, I absolutely agree with what Kyle's saying. That you're never a burden to anyone. You're never trouble to anyone. You know, if they're a true friend, they'll never see you as that. Of course, that's what friends do. They stick together and you know, we unite together. That's what a true friend does. You know, it's like the quote that recently that Griffin put on his community post. True friends leave footprints in your heart, and those friends that leave footprints in your heart are the ones that stick with you, of course. I think Cherry, Car, and Pixelman are the best so far. Yeah, I agree. We have to remember these names, Brett, of course. Thank you, Cat Dogs. Alrighty, let's proceed with the, of course I'll be keeping in with chat as well, but let's get this playthrough on the roll, of course, you know, in hopes that it will be a good distraction for not only Star, but all of us here, of course. Because again, Star Fox is another inspirational character that you know, he takes on the skies, of course, and he, you know, never lets anything get in his way, of course, and being the amazing leader that he is, of course, you know, he looks out for his team, and like how we look out for each other, of course. Having said that, let's see if we can help Star Fox and his team save the universe, shall we? Of course, let's do it to it, right? Also, Pixel Man, don't think I've forgotten the Green Carlin allegations. Oh, I see, Bright, of course. What is this Carlin about? Green Carlin allegations, of course. Oh my gosh, I love that you two have inside jokes. That already shows that you have a true friendship. It's like me and Angelo and me and Star and just all of us. We have the inside jokes, don't we? Of course, like, you know, we have Roxanne doing the clap for Austin Jess. We have Star doing Mr. Blueberry, Mr. Celery, and Mr. Pizza, of course. Me and Angelo have the pizzeria one, of course. Oh, and Angelo, you'll never guess what, bro. Of course. Oh, I have to tell you this, Angelo. I went to see this movie recently, the Pizzeria movie to Angelo. The reviews were toppings, I will say, of course. Oh my gosh. Are you calling because Brad's saying you're green? I'm not sure. What do we think, chat? Is Carlin orange or green? I feel like Carlin's trying to persuade us by saying that they trust me, I'm orange. But do we trust that Carlin's orange? What do we think, chat? One time Ren made a domination me of Carlin, and somehow I'm laughing now. Oh my gosh, he became green. Right. If only Ren was here so we can consult Ren, of course. But that does sound orange, that's right. There's also orange Carlin. Ah, so there's two forms, right? I see. There you go, Carlin. You've been cleared, of course. So you're orange Carlin and green Carlin. Noted, of course. Okay, you've been cleared, Carlin. For now, we don't have to take this to the courts, of course. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's like an episode of Among Us, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Is Carlin sus or not sus? That is the question. Is Carlin green or orange? Oh my goodness. So yeah, so far on the playthrough, I will say those coming through. I've done the training so far, And first impressions is I'm loving my time with it. The graphics they look amazing, I will say, and the controls were very smooth. Like they were great. It's exactly what Griffin was saying. The controls were great. He told me this last time when he was playing yesterday off stream, and yeah, he was right. Of course, the controls, they feel nice. Hopefully I can remember them, of course. And this uses like a mouse control feature, so you can actually use your Joy-Con 2 to aim, which is cool. Let's see. We'll go for single player. And we'll let this cutscene play out, of course, and then I'll be back with the chat, of course. So,
Incoming hail from General Pepper. Priority 1 communication. Patching him through now.
We need your help, Star Fox.
Hey there, General. You seem a little on edge.
Andross's invasion has found its way to our doorstep. His forces are laying siege to Corneria as we speak. The Corneria Defense Force is spread too thin. I need your team to get down there and launch a counter-offensive.
That's no small ask, General. But as it happens, my team's available to deploy immediately. For a price.
Andross's forces have already occupied numerous worlds throughout the system. If they take Corneria, then all hope is lost. Save Corneria. Liberate the Lilat system, and you can name your price.
You've got yourself a deal. It's a pleasure doing business with you, General. Prep the R-Wings. We've got a job to do, Star Fox. We're gonna take the system back from Andross, one planet at a time.
have a good night, Carl. We'll see you soon. Thank you for your support today. I appreciate it, brother. You have yourself a good night, and we'll see you soon. And definitely rest up, Carl. Of course. Dr. Rob's orders, remember, as we've discussed, right? Hey, there's the logo, Star Fox. I love how the X is just like the tail as well. I love that detail. I love things like that. I really do. And yeah, thank you, Carl, for raiding into Griffin, by the way. Of course, I heard you raided into Griffin, so W on that, by the way. Wow, this just looks amazing. The iconic music. Let's go. It's from the trailer, of course. We know.
Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings.
The music. Oh my gosh, it hits me right in the feels. Oh my goodness.
G-diffuser systems check. Sound off, team.
Slippy here. So far, so good.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Falco here. G-diffuser seems fine. Let's go already.
Enemy targets up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
I'll ask Griffin to send me the red link in DMs as well. Just ask Griffin to send me the raid link. I think I might know who it is, but just in case. I'll see if he can send me the link. Let's catch up with chat, of course, whilst he does that. Oh yeah, that's another one. Caviar, LOL. Oh my gosh, Night Magic Caviar. Oh, let's go, Brett, let's go. Oh, I'm not on my side, right, but on someone I'm looking at, of course. So we did get a raid yesterday. No, Griffin's then obviously raiding into Cobra, I believe. I'm just lurking there currently. But you never know, we might get raided here, of course, because Griffin raided into me yesterday, mind you, Brett, of course. So naturally, we spread out the support to everyone, don't we? So yeah, you never know, we might get raided at any time, of course. You never know when their raid's going to happen. That's the nice thing about raids, isn't it, Bright? You know, you never know when someone's planning to raid you, though. I have a few friends live currently, Bright, so any one of them could raid into me, of course. But like myself, they alternate the targets. So if they've raided me, like, you know, recently they're raiding someone else the next day, and generally speaking, of course. Naturally, we want to give that support to everyone, don't we, of course, so yeah. Mr. Pixelman, don't think you've escaped the green Carlin allegations. Oh, I like that. Let's go, Brett, let's go. I definitely need to do like a sort out on my night, but eventually I will be getting through that. But definitely I want to keep the running jokes. That's for sure, of course. We have a lot of commands that I don't really use, so yeah, eventually I will be making that easier for the mods and myself. But yeah, any new jokes that we've given, they will be kept, so that is safe, of course. Because I definitely want to make running jokes with Carlin for sure. Let's see. Just gonna post hashtag and then the other red targets chat real quick, and then I'll resume the stream. I will say we have redirects as well. So we did our first redirect raid, of course, with Dave Games YT, and it was definitely a success. So that was a W, of course. OBS, we're definitely going to have words after the stream. My goodness, I don't know what OBS is playing at everyone, but it keeps closing by itself. I have no idea why, of course. Good thing I actually paused the game, of course, because if it did that during a mission, I would have been gutted, honestly. Yeah, I just got done posting the raid tag on Griffin's Raid, of course. Yeah, literally, actually happened this time, Goku, of course. Yeah, definitely, Brian. We're gonna splash OBS after this. That's for sure, of course. Oh, absolutely, Colin. You know it, of course. OBS is gonna get got after this. That's for sure. Right, literally, Goku regarding the running joke, because yeah, you sometimes see that Goku and Jasmine like to do the buffer symbol, even when it isn't buffering. Obviously it's an inside joke, of course. Generally speaking, if it actually is buffering, they'll let me know in text format, but you know, you'll see sometimes they like to do that, of course. It isn't hilarious, it's knowing the context, of course. So what happened this one time was Goku and Jasmine, and I think a couple of other people got behind it as well. I think I might have posted it as well, I'm pretty sure, right, Goku, but yeah, we all posted that symbol in MTG's chat known as Mega Goomba Gaming, of course. And his reaction was, oh my gosh, it was funny. He was like, you know, as well, because he just basically seen his reaction, and he was like, he looked so like concerned. He was like, wait, what's going on? Like, am I good? Am I still alive? And then Goku was like, okay, too much, LOL. And in my head I'm thinking, you know, you think so, Goku, of course. I'll never forget that, honestly. Yeah, Ghost Chris got a part of it as well. So I actually met Mega Goomba Gaming through Ghost Chris. It's a nice thought, honestly, because I actually helped Mega Goomba Gaming with his OBS settings, of course. So I guess I'm part of the reason why he's currently able to stream, because I was able to help him with his capture settings, so I'm honoured, of course. Yeah, Bright, it was hilarious. I kind of forgot all the what's the lot of floaty again. We should send the sentence fully constructed of company brain. Oh my gosh, Colin, yeah. Yeah, basically, if we need to, we'll you know, don't make us give you that, of course. Let's hope that goes through to OBS, and you know, float is a word I got obsessed with, and now I won't use it for anything I consider cool. Okay, okay, right, because it's a new term for me. Okay, right. So anything that's cool is so anytime Colin says floater, gotcha. So for instance, your character is floaty, Colin. Your character's cool. That's an example, right? Awesome and good in general, right? Got you, Colin. So like floaty, floaty Colin, because Colin is awesome and good in general. Yeah. Oh my, thank you. You're quite floaty yourself, Carl. Let's go. I like that. I like that. Oh my gosh, Goku, you might get behind that, bro. Right? Oh my goodness. You're quite floaty, Goku, aren't you? Of course, you know you're very cool, awesome, and good, of course. Oh my gosh, and same goes to the community. You're all floaty. Oh my goodness, that's gonna stick now. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, Goku, of course, and I'll give you the green light to Super Saiyan, bro. Honestly, if it keeps going, of course. Rob, we just got a message from Ren. You know the stinky lemon, and he says he wants to give you 71 frogs because he thinks you're a floaty. But first, he has to get past the Gatinal Nords. Got you, Brett, I see. 71 frogs, wowzers. Well, I thank Ren, of course, for saying that I'm floaty. I'm sure Ren's floaty as well, of course. Let's go. I'm sure they're floaty as well, of course. Funnily enough, when I played the I'm Gonna Bring My Monitor sound effect to MGG in the VC, Jasmine was there before we started talking, so she followed that up to. Oh, let's go, Goku, let's go. Do you remember your first conversation together, Goku, of course, with Jasmine? Because definitely, yeah, you've made a great friend in Jasmine, of course. And as have I, really, of course. She's an absolute true one. Jasmine's awesome. Amazing, in fact. And she's very talented as well, of course. Her cover of Into You, I saw your comment, Goku, of course. Rob Gamer sent me here, let's go. W. You better use some creativity and control to get through. It'd be a real bummer if you fizzled at it and became smelly. Oh well, creativity is my middle name, Carlin, so I can definitely do that, of course, because I'm very creative, Carlin, I will say. Funny enough, I read that, of course. I was just responding to Goku and yeah, on that one. This was back in March 8th. Our first interaction was when MGG made a spinning wheel for a stream, and I said how fun it was, and just made a well. Yeah, exactly right, Goku. Like that's literally how it can stem from. Like just like speaking out your thoughts, like bringing up a topic that you think is good for the stream, and then others get behind it. Of course, that's awesome, Goku. Remembering that first interaction is, it's the best feeling, of course. It truly is. It's a special thing, of course. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. It's wholesome. I still remember my first interaction with Paragon C, of course, and his mods there, of course. W, honestly. The cafeteria will remember this. They definitely will, Brett, of course. And that was so wholesome as well, like remembering all our memories from when we first met. Like having just reached the milestone of 1K, I think it made sense to bring up the moments we all met each other, and that's just amazing. Of course, what a journey we have been on and what we continue to go on. Of course, she went by a different YouTube handle, so I honestly thought she was a different person until April 5. I found out her YouTube and Discord were linked. Got you, Goku, of course, gotcha. Yeah, because that can be things sometimes. Like sometimes people have separate Discord names to their YouTube handles, and they'll have separate Switch names, of course, if they're on Switch. This is why I'll generally nickname people on Discord and Switch Goku, just so I can remember who they are, of course. Is it actually a show, Bright? Of course. I can't say I know of it, honestly. Just by the name, it sounds fun, though. Is that actually a show, Bright? There once was a man whose name was Unfunny. I'm trying to think of a pun for that, of course. Oh my gosh. You could say that I'm unfamiliar with that person, of course. That's all I can really think of right now. We started chatting on a live chat a lot until May 25. We started a 1 month streak of chatting in Discord every day non-stop. That's amazing, Goku. That's how that friendship that you have, of course, isn't it? Exactly. And I can definitely see that every time I see you and Jasmine together, Goku, I can see how close you are. And I will say, Goku, you say the most wholesome things to Jasmine, honestly. Of course, you know, seeing how amazing she is, and you know, the flowers, like that just shows what sort of person you are, Goku, which is an absolute true one, of course. And this is just another reason why I'll say that you're a brother to me, because you know, like you care for Jazz, you know, you care for myself, and you know, Griffin, and everyone here, of course, which is why you're a brother to us, Goku, of course. This is why we miss you, bro. Well, welcome back, Griffin. Hope you're doing well, of course. We got informed regarding the sad news, of course. You'll know what we are referring to, buddy. We took a moment to of course, consult with Star regarding that, Griffin. He was open about it in the live chat, so naturally, we took the moment to consult with Star, Griffin, of course. Obviously, all our thoughts and praises go to him. So, as of right now, we just got back into the playthrough, so I'm on the first mission of the campaign so far, Griffin. Yeah, Griffin, you'll know what I'm referring to, yeah. Yeah, honestly, Griffin, it's devastating, of course, knowing the bond that Son had had. Yeah, it truly is, of course. And truly, you know, gutted for Star, of course, Griffin. Yeah, my heart goes out to him, as we can all relate to, right? You know, my heart goes out to Star, it really does. No, I'm absolutely devastated for Star, I really am. And Evan, of course, and his family, of course. Yeah, Bright, absolutely it is, of course. Well and truly, I just felt, Griffin, that, you know, a moment was necessary for it, of course, you know, just, you know, to reassure, Star that, you know, actually we're all here for him. And like you say, buddy, I've been saying the same thing to Star, and I've been saying that you've been saying this as well, about, you know, if he needs to take a break, you know, we support him, of course. And he was saying before, Griffin, that you know, he feels he has to be strong. But I said to him, Griffin, you know, absolutely he doesn't need to, because you know his feelings right now are valid, and you know he's human, of course, and he has no requirement to you know, be that for us, of course, because naturally, you know, he's only, you know, he's human, isn't he, Griffin, of course. So naturally, you know, Star's feelings are valid. And I was saying to him as well, Griffin, you know, him just opening up to us about this, and you know, wanting to make Evan proud by playing as Wolf in his honor, of course, in Smash Bros. That's already showing, you know, that strength from Star, of course. You know, being able to open up about it takes a lot of strength, of course. It really does. Thanks, Goku, bro. We appreciate you. Yeah, me too, Brett. Of course, me too. Welcome back, Rudy. We're just currently on the first mission of Star Fox currently. Right now, we're just talking about nostalgia and how we met each other on the YouTubes, and Bright's been informing me about her friend Colin here and their inside jokes, of course. So, with, you know, naturally trying to keep the stream positive for Star and everyone, in hopes this is going to be a good distraction for him, and that we can all be a good distraction for him, of course. W stream once again, Griffin, to you and Savvy, of course. Did you win the board, by the way, Griffin, or did Savvy win his board today? What was the end results, of course? Because you know those CPUs, they be savage, my goodness. So OBS on my side has been a little bit temperamental today, I will say, Griffin. Like, it's been randomly closing out on me, OBS, for the, you know, of course. So speaking of talks, I've got, not only do I need to talk to Mario and possibly Luigi, but OBS as well I need to talk to as well, of course. Let's go, Griffin, buddy. Let's go. Congrats, bro. Let's go. Yes, Griffin. That's W. Awesome. That's 2 boards now, Griffin. Let's go. Let's go, Griffin. Yes. Smashing it, bro. Let me get the round of applause soundboard for you, of course. W, Griffin. Let's go. Yes. Griffin, bring in the fire. Yes, sir. Let me get the soundboard for you, buddy. Round of applause to Griffin everyone for winning the Mario Party board today, of course. Oh, and Goku. There you go. Oh my gosh. And let's see if I can find that one. Let's see if I can find a bonus soundboard. Let's see if I can find it, of course. I still gotta record this soundboard, which those of you who remember me saying this will know exactly what I'm referring to. Let's see if I can find it again. OBS is doing this again, literally. I don't know what's causing it, chat, but yeah, it just keeps closing by itself randomly, though. Let me sort out my tabs. That might be why, of course. Just to minimize the processes, it might be I might have too many tabs open, so I'm going to try and close those, of course. Let's see if that makes it better. Oh, I found what I was looking for, of course. One last soundboard, and then I'll be back with the playthrough, of course. I found what I was looking for. I gotta record this particular sound still. If you know, you know.
Here's some yummy celery if you're hungry, Max.
That's for you, Griffin, of course, to celebrate the your victory, of course. Max says hi, and he says congratulations, Griffin, on winning your board today, of course. You're welcome. So yeah, for context, that was the Max and Ruby clip that we'd like to use for Griffin, of course. So this is like an ongoing running joke that we like to do for Griffin regarding Max with the celery, of course. I still need to turn it into a soundboard, honestly, but I can show you for context what I'm referring to, of course. I know some of you are new to this one, of course, and we do like to explain the jokes here. Let's see if I can get it. Hang on, I'll show it quickly, of course, and then we'll get back to the playthrough. But yeah, let me show you what I'm referring to. But yeah, this is something that Star Gamer actually got me behind. Like he would originally do this soundboard. It would, well, say soundboard. It's a soundboard and clip on Griffin, of course, and it would make Griffin crash out. And me being the crash out hunter, I actually got behind it. So yeah, this particular clip makes Griffin crash out usually. So that's why I usually play it, of course. So this being from an animation known as Max and Ruby, of course. Like a nostalgic animation that we watched back in the day. Let me see if I can get this bit bigger, of course. But yeah, this is the context for those who want to see it, of course. So this is what you were hearing. This is the music that you were hearing, of course. Hang on, let me show you what I'm referring to. We like to do this a lot for Griffin, like I say. So enjoy the context, everyone.
Here's some yummy celery if you're hungry, Max.
That's the shenanigans for the stream, of course, chat. That's the shenanigans. There we go. Nostalgia, too much nostalgia. Right, you know the show, Brad? Oh, let's go. Yeah, Brad knows the show. I don't even need to ask, do I, chat? Let's go. We need to do like a hanging session and like reacting to clips from nostalgia shows. Oh my goodness, that could be an idea. Obviously, it could be the same way we do it with the song, that we just have the picture of the clip and we react to it together. That would be an amazing stream though. Like we just then do like a watch along. Obviously, you know, not like me playing the video on stream because copyright be like, of course. But what we could do is watch the episodes together, like on our own devices, and then we can come back and have like a massive watch along. That would be amazing. I know Carl mentioned this previously about people doing that, so they'll all watch the same show on their own devices, and they'll all come round after the episode and leave their thoughts. Could be an idea, honestly, and I would love to do it with something like that. Favorite chord, Carlin. Oh, let's go, Angela WR. Thank you so much for playing with Star, Angela. That really means a lot, of course. Awesome, Angelo, of course, awesome. If you guys are still playing, obviously, I will gladly join that, of course. You're a W, Angelo, honestly, bro. I appreciate you. Bright, I'm telling you, of course. I know as well, you watch that and you think to yourself, if only we could have those years back, right, of course, because what I will say is, like, even if they re-release these animations, sometimes they don't hit the same. Thankfully, this is not an animation, but a live action show that I used to watch back in the day, known as Balamori. Thankfully, that was a reboot done right, of course. For those who aren't familiar with Balamori, it's basically set in this Scottish village, if you will, and it's about this community of people who who are all there for each other and help each other through like various different scenarios. And it's very, very positive and very, like, community-spirited, so you can imagine why I love it, of course, because anything that promotes that sort of thing, I'm going to get behind it. And they have, like, different songs for the different characters. Like, they have, like, a policeman, they have a teacher there, of course, they have a new character, like a new vet in there, of course. So, yeah, it's a very, like, community-spirited show, and it inspires people to be there for each other, of course. So obviously I love stuff like that. So yeah, that's something that recently came back here. That's like a childhood show, of course, that recently came back. So thankfully that one delivered. But most animations, like Bob the Builder and Fireman Sam, I've not really gotten behind the new ones, because like the new art style, of course, I can't get behind it, honestly. So yeah. Oh, it's going to be an awesome thing, Gustavo. We're just about to get into the first mission now, of course. We're about to repel the invasion, but first thoughts, first impressions so far, Gustavo, I am loving it, and like I said, the graphics look amazing, the controls feel nice. I'm loving the character designs, I will say, honestly. I know some people have been mixed with the designs, but personally, I like how they look, honestly, and it makes sense given the environment of the game, of course. And just now, look at on the portion, look at that water, of course, my goodness. Nintendo and water is just like awesome. But yeah, I'm personally fine with the character designs. I know some people are mixed up with the character designs. I'm personally fine with them, of course. I understand people's opinions because obviously we are used to seeing them like as retro, like, pixel figures, which obviously I love their original designs, but I'm still fine with these new designs, of course. Again, it's a new game, so essentially it's a remaster, isn't it, really? So it makes sense, of course. Oh, let's go, bro. Let's go, W. Honestly, yeah, it might have to be like a watch along. Like we might have to do that. Of course, I couldn't play the clips on stream, but we could watch it at our own time and just react to it. Of course, I think it would be nice. Really, it would unlock memories for all of us. You're W, Angelo, because that's exactly what Star needs right now, is someone to be with and of course, if he's still working, just know, Star, that we're all here for you, and we're gonna keep this stream positive for you, bro. Since keys are based on scales, technically there can be a diminished key, augmented key, protected key, and etc. Got you, Carlin. But honestly, when it comes to keys, I'm not too familiar with all the terms and knowledges, of course. Like, I learn some things as I go, really, of course, but I'm mostly familiar with like vocal terminology, of course. Thank you, Brett. Yeah, OBSB, like, seriously, I don't know what's causing it. I think hopefully now the tabs have been closed, because I had a couple of tabs open before, so maybe now it's been closed. It might be okay now, fingers crossed. Touch wood. Yep, music theories now, of course. So let me see if I can structure these terminologies, of course, because as much as I love music, I don't know all the terminologies, I will say. So let's see if I can look up these terms and see which one is my favourite. So diminished key, augmented key. Let's see. Yeah, see, when it comes to like piano terminology, of course. Let's go, Colin. I'm very impressed with your knowledge, because we could learn a lot from Colin, I will say, of course. So when it comes to like key terminology, I'm not too familiar with it, Colin, of course. So you could teach me a lot here. I will be honest. Let me just search up these keys, everyone, and of course, and see which one I would like best out of all of them. If I had to kind of guess, really. Or so there's augmented, there's diminished, pentatonic key, songs that come to mind with piano keys is obviously Someone Like You by Adele. Very powerful, like, emotional song. It's very sad song, of course, but you know, that's what I was saying earlier about. Oh, and oh my gosh, My Immortal is a very sad song as well, of course. But you know, it hits deep, of course. And Nevers, honestly, I think the artist is called Amy Lee, I believe. She's very talented. She's got an amazing voice. I love Evanescence, I will say, of course. They're very talented. And Bring Me to Life is another powerful song by them, of course. I do want to cover that song sometime. I remember when I first sang it, though, I had a hard time with the high notes, so we'll see how I do next time. But I've learned something from Majestic, not always to go for the range of the singer if I can't do it, like, of course, because sometimes there's ranges that I just cannot hit at all, really. But I definitely was impressed with how I did on Let It Go, I will say. Let It Go was powerful. Oh, so yeah, here's some knowledge for you, chat, of course, which of course Colin will already know, but for those that don't know, so the pentatonic scale is a musical scale containing 5 notes per octave. An augmented key is it refers to stretching the interval, usually a pivot fifth by a chromatic semitone, a half step, and then the diminished key is not a standalone musical key, because diminished chords which contain an unstable diminished fifth are too distant to act as a stable resting tonic instead. Let's see, highly tense and still chord but by stacking 2 minor thirds together. So far, though, honestly, I mean, I guess I would have to hear them to see how they sound, really, of course. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards pentatonic scale, of course. But I probably would have to hear them to see what they sound like, really, of course. Let me see, look for different key types and see. I'm actually curious now. I would have to hear them, really, to know which one's my favourite. Let's see. But I'd say the Ketone in Skinny Love is one of my favourites as well, of course. And the one in Someone Like You I really like as well. I like it when songs have like build-ups towards them, like when they have like you know, like they have like an interval before going into the choruses and the verses. I will sing. But going by the descriptions, let me see how a pentatonic scale would sound, of course. I would probably have to search what they would sound like, honestly. It's probably what I should have done first, really. Diminished key. Let's see how this sounds. This is like a yeah, because I'll be honest, like when it comes, I've never learned how to play piano, of course. I remember I had a game like back in the day which had like it was like a virtual keyboard game. Then I remember I couldn't remember the letters, so I had to I literally had to use like a felt tip to put the letters on there, of course. It was like a PC interactive game that I played back in the day, of course. I think it taught you how to play piano, but in like a video game format, similar to Rocksmith, I'm pretty sure.
D. So we'd have D, F, and A, and that is our minor chord. But we need a diminished, just like the augmented chord's augmented chord. Interesting to note, the makeup of this chord is 2 major thirds stacked on top. 2 major thirds spells a C augmented chord. Diminish means to make smaller. So we're going to take the 5th of C sharp. Now, on to diminish D to A flat. We would call this a D fully diminished 7 thirds stacked.
Just having a look to see what
the major and minor chords are called asymmetrical.
Oh, I go. Yeah, I found one that shows all of them. I think.
Roll the title sequence.
I found this video where it goes through all of them.
Signify the quality
Let me have a look. It's 3 minutes, so I'll have a look.
And diminished chords signify the quality of the 5th. Let's look first at the augmented chord.
I'm
the
just
word
seeing.
augment means to expand, and that's a good way of thinking about this chord. Let's start with a major triad, say C, E, and G. There's a perfect 5th between the C and the G right now, but we want to augment it, and so we'll raise the G by a half step. That gives us C, E, and G sharp, which spells a C augmented chord. Interesting to note, the makeup of this chord is 2 major thirds stacked on top of each other.
Just seeing which one's my favorite out of these 3, of course.
E, and another major third from E to G sharp. Even more interestingly, if we go up another major third, we've ended up back at C, an octave above. So what this tells us
when it comes to this terminology, it doesn't go this far really, of course.
So we have F, A, and C. That's our major chord. But now we need an augmented 5th between.
But this is this video that I'm watching is very interesting. I've already linked it just so you have like context of it. But yeah, this video is very interesting. I'm watching right now, of course.
On to diminished chords. To diminish means to make.
This is what I've been listening to right now.
So we're going to take the 5th of the chord and make it smaller.
Very interesting stuff, honestly.
So with diminished chords, we're going to start with a minor chord. Perhaps we'll start on D. So we'd have D, F, and A.
There might be like other channels that are best for this, but
so that would give us
this is
D
what I found so far, though.
So a D diminished.
This is how I'm doing my
chord
research
C,
currently.
F, and A flat. Now you'll notice that from D to A flat is a diminished 5th, which we would also call a tritone. And from this, we can also see that the diminished chord is 2 minor thirds stacked on top of each other.
I mean, I could definitely try, Colin. Do you know any apps that do that, of course?
End up back at D, giving us D, F,
I could have a look.
Actually,
there's probably something I can find on that. Hang on, of course.
And we'll talk about those in a later episode. However, I bring that up now to show that much like the augmented chord splits the octave evenly into thirds, the diminished chord evenly splits the octave into fourths. Here's a chart comparing the different triads that we've looked at so far.
I found something,
of
course.
Is a major third
and
a
I
minor
did.
Third. The minor chord is a minor third and then a major third.
This is going to be interesting.
The augmented chord
I guess we can take a quick look before we go back into the playthrough, why not?
And the diminished chord is 2 minor thirds stacked on each other.
Oh, let's go,
the
let's
major and
go.
minor chords are called asymmetrical.
Is he live currently, Jess?
The augmented and diminished chords are called symmetrical because they evenly divide the octave.
Yeah, literally, bro. Yeah, honestly.
As we won't just have a 1st, a 3rd, and a 5th, but we'll also have a 7th.
I think at this point OBS is having a burnout, literally, of course. I think OBS can't cope with the heat wave, Harry. It's like you were saying about the overheating, the exhaustion, right? My goodness, but yeah, I have managed to find a piano app, of course. Probably we'll go into this briefly, like I say, and then this is probably better for just hanging stream, but I know sometimes I don't always see Colin, so whilst they're here, I would be curious to know, of course, so let's see what Colin has in store for us, shall we? I'm actually curious to see. There's an advert on this, though, that there you go, I can do that like that, of course. That's perfect, right? Even though I have ad blocker, it shouldn't be causing that, though. Dang it. Right, let me get one to capture on. Here we go, Colin. I found something, by the way. I'll put it in full screen so you can see it. If I can just get the piano itself rather than the background stuff, of course, because I know it is kind of small. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for fixing it, Starbro. Of course. Yeah, he's the parasite after all, Angelo, of course, you know, and it's very, very powerful, of course. Yeah, OBS is just like constantly crashing out, literally. Yeah, Carlin's interested, of course. Carlin's gonna teach us how to essentially play a virtual piano. Of course, Angelo. We're having a music lesson right now. Briefly. So let's see, of course. I think I should have I probably should do a stream dedicated to this in the future, really, of course. But whilst Carlin's here, we can take a couple of tips. Why not? Okay, here we go. So first, let me teach you a major scale based on C. Alright, Carlin. Hopefully you're able to see this, by the way, of course. I can make it a little bit bigger, because I know it's quite small on this, on the overlay. Can't really make it any bigger than that, though, of course. This is awesome, LOL. Carlin is remembers it right. What a moment, of course. So, play C, D, E. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a C if I can remember this right. So, C, D, E, F. Right, so. Gotta find the letters, of course. C, D. I think that's C, anyways. I'm gonna let me start this over. It's pretty small. I'm gonna have to zoom in because it's kind of small though. There you go. C, D, E, F, G. I'm a bit slow finding the keys, not going to lie though. Where is F though? I'm actually not seeing an F, that's the only thing though. Oh, I think that's F maybe, of course. I can't tell if that's an F or an E though, because it's so tiny though, literally. That's very hard to see, honestly. There might be a better one than this, but this is the one I found so far. Got you, right. This is how much I know about pianos, of course, because this is like I will say I've never taken the time to learn piano before, I'll be honest. So this is all new territory to me, of course. That's amazing, Goku. Let's go. And of course, I love music as well, so that's another shared interest that we all have, Goku, isn't it? And I did perform during school as well. I would go on karaoke sometimes. I remember during parties I would be up for karaoke usually, of course. It would have been amazing to be. It would have been amazing to actually have been in a band though, because I would have loved to experience a band though. I'll give it a try, Carlin, of course. I'll give it a try. Oh, it was Goku. It was, yeah. Like, I remember back then, like my friends, they'd always want me to be a part of their parties, of course. And I remember they'd always be really happy when I was there. Of course, it was very wholesome. I had some awesome friends back in school. I will say. I had two friends as well who were very like talented. They used to do like art a lot, of course. Like they used to do like comic strips and stuff. And they were very cool. And we used to play on the PlayStation 3. Like after school, we would arrange to play on the PS3 usually. So shows you how far we're going back, of course. Piano that has C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and repeats. You may need to look into an app as well, Carlton, to see I've just called to see Carlton, of course. But yeah, you might need to look into an app, Carlton, as well, to see if you can find something as well, because there probably is an app for this. Let me have a look. Oh, there you go. It does say It does say it has those keys in it, of course. But we'll have to see if it repeats. That's the only thing, isn't it? Isn't it, Carlin? Yeah. I don't think this is a virtual keyboard. Oh no, it's just this is like online. Is it? I'm not sure. I think that this is just like doing lessons and stuff. Oh no, online panel. There we go. Hang on. I mean, I thought it was. I don't know. It seems. I don't even know, honestly. It looks like an online class thing by the looks of it. I don't think that's actually an app. Virtual panel online. Let's see. Oh. I mean, I don't even know, honestly. There's probably so many different ones, of course. I mean, this has like C3, D3, E3, F3, G3, A3, B3, C4, D4, E4, F4, G4, A4, and B4. And then it has like the black keys as well. I'm not sure if this is any better or not. That was a course, Carlin, yeah. Oh, it does. Let's go. We found this one then. All right, there you go. Yeah, you know it, Brett. Of course, yeah. Oh, I got you right. Yeah, this truly is a special moment, honestly. Of course. Yeah, Goku. Literally, we could be in a band, bro. Honestly, we could be our own band, of course. So let's see. I think the way you can use, it says you can use the keyboard. The confusing thing is they have Z as C, of course. So that's going to be confusing. So but again, I want to ask, you know, it's the same placement as the keyboard. Okay, right. Let's see how this works then. So C, D. So I think that is literally all the keys together, isn't it? So yeah. So let's see. Hang on. So it ends at B, okay, right? Did I do it right, Colin? Of course. Let's see if we can get it through faster though. I'm not sure if there's a certain speed I have to be at this, of course. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Hang on. So C, X, C, V, B. Ah, got you, Colin. Yeah, Griffin. Same here, buddy, of course. Right now he's playing Smash Bros. With Angelo. Do you think we should check in with Star Griffin? See how he's doing on VC, of course. Naturally, I'm sure everyone here will understand, of course, because I know right now Angelo's like I say, he's playing Smash Bros. With him. Maybe we could join Griffin if you're up for it, of course. Yeah, Goku, absolutely, of course. Maybe as well we could meet in the VIP on the Discord. Alright, awesome, Griffin. Alright, Carlin, but if you I will say sorry to cut this short, Manju, but you know, given the with Stargamer, of course, we do want to check in with him after this, but hopefully sometime in the future, Colin, we can meet up again, of course, and we can dedicate a stream to this. Maybe this could be in like a just hanging stream. If we ever catch you in a hangout stream, maybe you could teach me some more things, of course. Oh, thank you, Brad. That means a lot, of course. I'm glad that we can do it this way, of course. This is awesome. No, I might literally learn keyboard online, but yeah, this will be the like the last I guess lesson from Carlin before we yeah, Carlin. So because I'm thinking to do like a hangout stream, just, you know, whether it be dedicated to music or shows, you know. I feel like these streams in general they do turn into hangouts, so I feel like the formula makes sense, really, of course. just hanging out with you all at the best time. So let me see your last line here, and then we'll I think we'll probably skip on the raid today, all things considered. You know, naturally I want to be there for Star, so I think what we'll do, we'll skip on the raid today, of course. Go switch to end screen, and then we'll meet back up here. We shall see, of course. Of course, but I definitely won't live on Friday. Obviously, Friday will be a break day. On the weekend, we'll have to see what happens. Of course, I'll keep you up posted naturally on the live tab. But yeah, and this for tomorrow, I won't be live, like I say, because it's a day off tomorrow for me on schedule. But you may see me on the weekend, if not next week, of course. So stay tuned on the live tabs. I will post something there if need be, of course. Yeah. Right, I mean, this is their like third or fourth time here now, of course, right? So we've definitely made a good impression, which I'm glad that Colin's enjoying the time here, of course. We enjoy having Colin here, of course. So last one before we head off. So let's see, C, D, and EB. So C. Oh gosh, EB. Where is EB though? See, C and D. So is that C3 and D3, Carlin, is it? No, I see it, because there's this on with dash as well. So C and D, and then I think it was EB. Right, I see, Brett. I see. This, like I said, this is a whole tutorial for me. I'll be honest, of course. Very interesting, mind you, though. Okay, gotcha. Right. Okay, thanks for so that's what. Okay, gotcha. So C and D, and then EB. Sounds good, Gustavo. Sounds good. And the EB is of course, one of the black keys. So is C hashtag free, of course, because so I say C3, D3, F3, G3, A3, C4, D4. So yeah, C, D, and EB. I don't actually see EB on the black key. That's the only thing. No, I don't actually see that key though. Because C, D, F, G, A, C, D, F, G, A is what I'm seeing currently on the black keys. Okay. Gotcha, Bright. I say so. That's good, Bright. I guess you and Colin know about this, of course. Oh, okay, Colin. Gotcha, right. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for letting me know that. So C and D, and then D, so C, D, and D. You are Brett, of course. Very talented community we have here, we'll see. Let's see. So C, D, E, B, so C, D, E, B, F, G, A, B, I'm gonna guess it's maybe C3, of course, possibly, and then BB is, I mean, it could be D, but I'm not sure though, of course, on that one. I'm wrong on this one, of course, because it doesn't always show like the same letters. That's confusing, honestly. So yes, so C, D, hashtag D, F, G, G hashtag, A hashtag, and then C. Got you, Colin. Oh wow. So did I play it right? Oh wow, this is really interesting, honestly. Wow, I'm learning new terminology, of course. So this might enhance my as well my music reviews. Like I might say, oh, that was this type of note. Oh, let's go, Colin. Oh, we actually did it. Well, yeah, literally. The funny thing is, Colin, Teju here, of course, has a soundboard that plays a piano, of course. It's the one that plays in the song, Ice Ice Baby, of course, and he has a sample that plays the two keys, of course. So yeah, that's the iconic thing in this. Nice, nice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Right. Yeah, so Major's got more like an uplifting sound to it, Colin. Yeah. This is really interesting. As someone who's loved music, for years, of course, ever since the early 2000s, this is really amazing, Colin. So I'm very honoured that you're teaching me this. Thank you so much, of course. I would definitely love to continue it sometime. I think a Hangout stream would definitely be the best place to do it, of course. So maybe next week I'm going to see if I can schedule a Hangout session and hopefully we can meet again, of course, definitely. It would seem so, Teju. Yeah, they're very kindly teaching me music right now. Colin, he's teaching me some keys. So, yeah, I'm very interested in it, of course, and I'm just very honoured that he's willing to teach me, of course. Maybe, you never know in the future, Brett. You never know. You might see me playing a whole song, of course. That could be like a whole journey, couldn't it? Honestly. Most definitely, Colin. Like even this today, I will say it's been really fun. So, thank you for your time, of course, and thank you for showing me that. I always love learning about all of you, of course, and that you all sharing your passions. Of course, that's amazing. So keeping in mind what I was just saying about, of course, Stargamer. We'll continue this playthrough, another time because naturally, we want to see how Stargamer's doing. I just want to thank you all again for being here today and supporting the stream. And we might only have just got the training done today, but that was in itself an amazing experience. And I'm just glad that I could experience the launch of this game with you all. And hope you've all enjoyed it. And definitely stay tuned for more episodes to come, of course, because I'll certainly will be coming back to this. But first thoughts from what I have played so far. Like I say, the UI, the control, the UI and the graphics look amazing. It's very cinematic, as we could see from the trailers. The voice actors, they did an awesome job. They've kept very true to the original cast, and I love the tutorial how they made it like a virtual reality sim. So yeah, very well done to Nintendo on this, and they definitely cooked, of course, and massive props for acknowledging the Star Fox fanbase, of course. So like I said, there'll be no raid today, of course, regarding what we just said. So those on Discord, I'll see you all in the most likely in Stargamer's VIP section, of course, and for everyone else, I will see you all in the next stream, which potentially might be this week and it might be next week. We'll see how things go, of course. Like I say, stay tuned on the live tabs. I'll have something scheduled ahead of time, of course. Just thank you so much for being here today, and hope you enjoyed your time here. And just always remember that you all are amazing. You're never alone, and just keep being the shining sparks that you are, of course. Got you, Brad. That can happen, of course. When people have similar PFPs, that can happen, of course. Thank you very much, Griffin. W stream to you as well, bro, of course. Oh, who is live, Teju, of course. Yeah, me too, Teju, me too. Absolutely, Griffin. Oh, Goku. Oh, is it? Oh my gosh, really? Oh, well, now we know who to raid, of course. Goes without saying, right, chat? A certain pair of the stars. Let's do it to it, right? Oh yes, heck yeah. Definitely are. Definitely, we definitely should go over there, of course. And we should send him a nice big positive raid, of course. Yes, Goku. Yeah, Bright. W to you, Colin, and like I say, I look forward to revisiting that, of course. Let's go. Ah, I see, Goku. I see. That makes sense, of course. Yeah, because gaming is a good way of doing that. Like, he'll say the same thing to me, Goku. You know, he'll say to me, keep on streaming, Rob. Don't let anything put you down. And you know, he's right. So, like, in the moment, like, I'll have doubts. Like, I'll be torn between, do I take a stream break? Do I keep on streaming, of course? But then thinking of all of you and thinking of how you all uplift me, of course. Like, you know, like how you also that uplift you, of course. We uplift each other, don't we? Really, it goes two ways. So going back into streaming after a tough time, it is the, you know, it really does help. You know, you just feel that sense of, like, you know, community. So it does help. It really does, and Star does inspire me to do that, of course, and all of you inspire me to do that. You know, all the content creators here, of course, all the mods and viewers, you know, all of you give me that motivation to keep doing what I enjoy doing, of course, and very thankful for that. And like I say, I've never looked back on my streaming journey. Like, it's the, you know, best thing that I chose to do, and knowing that I've impacted so many people is honestly amazing, because you've all impacted me as well. So just, oh, absolutely, Colin, and thank you for being that as well. And same goes to all of you. Just keep on being awesome, keep on rocking it, and never let anyone tell you otherwise. You know, if you've got a dream, chase it. I'm sure you and Colin will think of something, but I have very much confidence in that, of course. Definitely, if you ever stuck for something to do, definitely I would recommend watching back my the Mario Party 2 stream, because it was hilarious with Angelo and AJ, of course, and that was a fun time, honestly. So definitely I recommend that, of course. Oh, thank you so much, Griffin. I'm glad to be there, of course, and same goes my way, my friend, of course. I'm glad to have you in my server and in my community, of course. We appreciate you, Griffin. Very happy to have you part of the community and in my Discord server, of course. I think since no one else live on Friday, I'll be spending tomorrow watching all more entries. Sounds like a plan, right? It sounds like a plan. You'll have to let me know how they are, of course. Like I say, my VODs and videos are available if anyone wants to see those, of course. They are there. Anyone who's not seen it, we do have as well a Mario Party Superstars collab featuring Griffin Gamer and Goku Blue and Angelo. So if you've not seen that, definitely check it out, because that was a lot of fun, of course. Go for it, Brian. Hope they have a great stream today, of course. Yeah, Cat Dogs, hopefully you will see me on Sunday, of course. What do I have planned for Sunday? Let's see, because I know Saturday is to be decided, of course. I might go, on Saturday I'm hoping to go live with Terraria, of course. That is the goal. All going well, naturally. Let me go to my schedule one time just to see what I had planned for it. Oh, yeah, the anniversary, that was it, the anniversary thing. So yeah, I do plan to go through that, of course. At first I was thinking, would I be able to do my original plan, which was to do, I was thinking to do 3 games, so 2 hours each. I was thinking to do Mario Kart World, Mario Kart 8, and Mario Tennis Fever is what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking to do. Or do I throw in Star Fox multiplayer, of course? Could be an idea, right? Because that could be an idea, playing the multiplayer, couldn't it? So maybe I could do a poll on that as well. Maybe throw in Star Fox as a bonus game, because, you know, with it being newly released, of course. My first impressions of battle mode could be an idea, right? So, yeah, I'll probably think it through, but I'm thinking so far to do 2 hours of each game, and probably that'll be a plan, of course. Yeah, you're gonna have the best time, Colin, of course, and even if things come up naturally and you're not able to, and like if you do have to look in and out of the stream, that's totally fine, Colin, of course. Rest assured you'll have an awesome VOD to watch back if you can't make it live in the moment, of course. And I will be giving you a birthday shout out at the start of the streams. We like to sing happy birthday to our viewers, so yeah, you'll have a premiere of me singing on Saturday, of course. Exactly, Carlin. Yeah, use that time to plan out your birthday, of course. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be using it to plan out your stream, Carlin. So yeah, do look forward to it. And then now knowing what you're into, I'm gonna try and inspire it by what try and inspire it by what you're saying, of course. Let's go today. Hugs to you all, of course. Yeah, Cat Dog. So it's gonna be a variety stream on Sunday. Yeah. So celebrating the Switch 2 anniversary, of course. Yeah, hug everyone. I always put hugs up. And so yeah, let's get into the raid, shall we? Maybe we could do a special hashtag, or maybe we could just do the regular hashtag today, of course. Do we think of a wholesome hashtag? What do we think, chat? Do we think of like a special hashtag, of course? Maybe for Star, something inspired by Star, of course. Something that would mean something to him. We know he likes the Tifa trend. We know that. We like to call him Shooting Star. So we need to think of something, chat. Oh, that will be going through Bright, of course. Naturally, if I do have to postpone it, I will let you know. Power of the Stars. Yeah. And maybe as well to make it to add my brand into it, we could do like power of the maybe like power of the Shining Sparks Star Raid or something like this, or I gotta think of something actually, or power of the Shining Stars. That could be an idea though. To put my like brand in there, you know, the Shining Sparks, of course. So we could do power of the stars or power of the Shining Stars. That's what I'm thinking between. I mean, Shining is quite wholesome as well, Magic, because you know Star does shine, doesn't he? Of course. Yeah, we're gonna raid into Star Harry. You know, regarding his situation, we're gonna give him an awesome raid, of course. And we're gonna redirect him, of course. So get ready, Star Buddy. Of course, we're gonna raid into you. Oh yeah, let's go, TJ. You like it? And I think we should put the if you can, of course, if you're on mobile, we should include the emojis as well. So my Shining Sparks and Stars Shooting Star on the raid, of course. Yeah, most definitely Harry, of course. So yeah, Saturday all going well will be Carlin's birthday celebration, of course, and do stay tuned for that. And Sunday will be the Switch 2 anniversary with 3, possibly 4 games in mind, of course. So yeah, that's the hashtag for today, Power of the Shining Stars. Of course, like we're saying, our target will be Stargamer X. He's currently live, I believe, with Smash Bros, if I'm not mistaken, if he's playing Smash Bros. So let's give Star that support that he deserves, right? And show him how amazing he is, of course. Of course, especially given the situation, we want to be positive and respectful over there. And please only post hashtag once. And do not subscribe and unsubscribe right away, because not only will that will hurt my channel, but also Stargamers in the process, so please keep that in mind. And send all your love, prayers, and best wishes to Stargamer, of course, and to Evan and his family. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to see if I can redirect him as well, of course. Let's do that. Let's see. Hopefully OBS doesn't crash whilst I'm doing this. So I got to go live. I know Star allows to redirect, I believe, so I should be able to redirect in there. Let's see. Go to stream settings. Go to edit. Customization. Redirect. Let's find Power of the Stars. There he is. Let's save that redirect, of course. And I will post the link as well in the chat just in case redirect doesn't work. So once we go to the end screen, do keep an eye out for that, of course. Oh, thank you so much, Brad. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. If people need to learn, if people need to run, that's totally fine. Because even just the hashtag is and just if people can't stay long, even just sending like the prayer emoji and the hearts and the shooting stars would mean a lot, of course. So definitely, if people need to get going, there's no pressure to stick around, of course. Yeah, exactly, Colin, and whether it'll be a collab stream or we both stream, of course, who knows, right? But you'll be getting 2 streams regardless, Carlin, so look forward to it, of course, because we look forward to celebrating with you, Carlin. It's going to be awesome. We'll make sure of it, won't we, chat? So with that said, you all stay awesome, of course, and I wish you all a great night or a great day. You all stay positive, stay golden, always take care, and of course stay Super Saiyan. And always stay shining at the shining sparks that you are. And I will see you all on Saturday for Carlin's birthday celebration, and of course Sunday for the Twitch 2 anniversary, of course. And you may see me on Friday around in other streams. Of course, if I am, I'll give you a heads up on that. So you might see me around in other streams, of course. Feel free, feel free to say hi to me if you see me there, of course. And I'll be looking out for you all, of course. And until then, I shall see you all next time. You all take it easy and just keep being amazing, of course. Never and don't be of course believing us and stay awesome. See you soon, everyone.
The stream is now ending. We thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time with more fun times to be had. You all stay awesome, stay positive, stay golden, and always take care. Always remember to believe in yourselves, and may the power of the shining sparks